1, 2, chuff, chuff, 1, 2. It should all be working, shouldn't it? Well, I'm looking up there at the big extra telly I've got. Second monitor, 1, 2, chuff, chuff, 1, 2. Second monitor, 1, 2, chuff, chuff, 1, 2. Yo, I can be heard. It's a little bit loud, isn't it? Genshin Impact full original soundtrack. Some moody music. We're playing Words with Friends. Words and Friends. Words on Steam. Words on Stream. We're playing Words on Stream. That's what we're doing. So don't you get public? Yeah, I'm running public. Yep, don't you get with your now, don't you start? Well, you can start. You can start. I'll tell you how this works. I press this. You can scan the QR code on your phone if you want for extra features, but essentially you're in chat and all you have to do is use that set of letters. It's like an anagram. You can see here we've got 4-letter words. At the bottom there you can see the letters of the words. Use my brain and my words myself. You can see how many letters are in the different words that you can find. So they've got to be bigger than 3 letters. So I'm going to open up YouTube here on my phone. Open up the old channel. Yep, that's us. And if I type something into chat like, I think it's lettuce. Can I even spell it? Lettuice. No, it's not lettuce. I'll type it anyway and send it and it won't work. No. Cuticle. Whoa. I don't have to show you how it works. What the chuff? I thought it was lettuce. Hello, uncontrolled historian. Cuticle. What a top word. This is just the warm-up round, so don't worry. We'll wait for a few people to come in and we'll do a few warm-ups. We've managed to get to level 9 before in the past, level 9. So today we might hope to push level 10. We might hope to push level 10. If we can push level 10, I'll be amazed. We'll just see how it goes. How are you doing? I'd like to say today as well, I wasn't here yesterday. I did take that little morning off like I said I wanted to, but I managed to, well I say managed to upload. It took chuffing ages to get it all big long file uploaded. But if you check out our channel now, you'll find, sorry I took the words off the screen. Our latest video is Indie Game Development Paradise full documentary. I've uploaded the full film now, the draft version, 720p. Could still have a couple of little tidy ups. There's a little montage I want to re-edit, but other than that, you know, it's pretty much all there. You'll be able to get the gist. You'll be able to see. Oh, we lost the word game, yeah. You'll be able to see what's going on with that. And you'll be able to see how finished it is and how polished it is and which bits need polish. That's there now on the channel, so you can watch that full film. I'll be recommending it. I'll be recommending it a lot. So if you don't know what's happening now, you can always go do that. I'm also going to say today, I wanted to do, this is a new thing, I need to get a note source, like a text source. Text, is that it? I think that's it. Okay, and I'm going to write, today's word is brought to you by, I'm just going to write that. There you go, that's today's word. Today's stream is brought to you by this word. I'm not going to make any political comment or conversation. I'm not going to turn it into a debate. I'm just going to say today's stream is brought to you by this word. Like, you know, a bit like the old, what do you call it? A bit like the old Sesame's treat. A bit like the old Sesame's treat. Today's stream is brought to you by this word. So I'll pop that on and turn it off every now and then. It's a bit early for you in Chicago. Okay, we'll get a round going then. We'll get a round going. God, it's early for me in the UK, let alone Chicago. You're in Chicago, Lindsay. I didn't know. I just assumed you were in the UK. Chicago. Is that the wind? It's not the windy city, is it? What's the wind? Hang on, I'm going to have to find this out now. We'll do a word round in just a second, okay? I just need to find out some things now. I want to know if it's the windy city for a start. I don't think it is it? That's like Illinois or something. It's Chicago. No, it is Chicago. And it's in Illinois. My brain. There you go. Just going to find out a little bit of facts about Chicago before we move on, because I'm interested. The Windy City. It is the Windy City. Earliest reference was in Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers. Are they from Chicago? I've heard of Green Bay Packers. Chicago. Oh, look at all those words. Now there's a lot of words, isn't there? There's a lot of words to get you going in the morning. Chuffing hell. Let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at your flag. It's different, isn't it? It's like the Argentinian flag, but with 4 red stars across it. Strange kind of stars as well. Flag of Chicago, Illinois. The seal. It's not a seal. That's like a badge. A seal's got like like that. That's a seal. That's a seal. This is like a badge. City of Chicago, incorporated 4th of March, 1837. Incorporated. That's like, isn't incorporated like incorporated into the states, I imagine. Formed into a legal corporation. Legal now. Herbs in Horto. There's a picture of a red Indian, like a, you know, we call them red Indians in the UK. Picture of a red Indian, Native American, and there's some chuffer up in the sky on a cloud, like a little naked baby on a cloud, and then there's like a pirate ship, way. Then you've got some corn or some grain or something on a flag banner that looks a bit American. What an interesting badge. I'm surprised by the picture of the Native American fella. I'm surprised about that. I want to find out what herbs in Horto means now. And then we'll do some words, yeah? Herbs in Horto. I mean, it's been a horrible time in America the last 24 hours, I'm pretty sure, for lots of people. City in a garden. City in a garden. Green Bay's close. 4 hours north. I mean, that's close in American terms, isn't it? Chicago's wild. I hear there's some trouble at the moment with underdeveloped, you know, like economic issues leading to social issues. I hear there's some problems with that at the moment. Lake Michigan looks as big as an ocean. Right, let's have a look at that. I like this. This is good. This is classic internet. Google Maps. Lake Michigan. You know, I bought a VR headset last year. And here we are at Lake Michigan. Let's drop ourselves... There's Chicago. Let's drop ourselves into... Wow! Whoa! What's that? They're having a gig. They're having a party. They're having a party. Look, Genshin Impact, you calm down. You calm down. They're having a party. Look at that. I didn't expect that on the beachfront. It's not a beach, is it? Look, it's not a beach. That's weird. I didn't know that you could get... I suppose you can, can't you? Whoa! You can get, like, seafront without beach, but there's such a lot of it, and it's just all up to a wall. It just finishes. There's the sea, and there's the land. I suppose it must be cold, mustn't it, as well? But it's cold to go out swimming in that. And look at that. Wow. Look at the size of the chuffer. It goes all the way over there as well. Ooh. Oh, look, they've got the nice houses here. I wonder if this is a... Oh, right, I wonder if this is a municipal building or a... I wonder if this is a... We'll do words in a second, don't worry. We will do words. I'm just looking at Chicago for a second. I want to go over there to this. I think it might be a museum. Let me go in the museum, you. I'll drive up this way. There, I wonder what that is. Clark Street Sports, it says down there. I wonder what that is. I'll drive up on the freeway. Look, I'm driving the wrong way up the freeway because I'm English. Driving the wrong way on the freeway. Because I'm English. It's supposed to be on that side of the road to Chuffer. I'm English. Do-do-do. We drive on the left. Do-do-do. Get out of the way. Do-do-do. Well, I will tell you that when I first started driving after the COVID lockdown, the first time I got back on the road after the COVID lockdown, I did drive on the wrong side of the road for a little bit because I forgot. Do-do-do. I've gone past the chuffing building. I can't get in there. Can't even get in there. That's not for us plebs. Us plebeians. We have to... Do-do-do. Wrong way down the freeway. Right, I'm up here. Do-do-do. Get out of the way. Do-do-do. No left turn. No left turn. I'm turning left. Do-do-do. Beep, beep, beep. Out of the way. Look, there's a picture of a dinosaur there. This must be a museum, mustn't it? It must be. What a beautiful building. Right, I want to go back. Oh, I'm in. I'm in the museum. Oh! Wow! This is cool. Look at that. Dinosaurs. In the UK, we've got a natural history museum, and when you walk in, there's a great big Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know if it's still there, but it made a big impression on me when I was a kid. Whoa, big chuff, you've got a Triceratops in yours, look. That's not a Triceratops, but round behind it, there's one. Wow, look at that. The Field Museum of Natural History. I mean, that must be a lovely day out, mustn't it? I expect people at least keep their voices down in there. That must be a lovely day out. Eric Rogers has took a photo for us. This is Eric Rogers, local guide. Level 5. Level 5. Eric Rogers is a local guide, level 5. You get, I didn't know that, but you get not just a ranking, but you get like experience points and you can level up. He took these photos, you see, look. I've got these photos here. This is Wheatlands Park. Looks fucking awful to me. Not being horrible about Chicago, but that looks awful to me. When I consider a park, I'm looking for a large, open, grassy space that I can let the dog have a run. Maybe, you know, sit down on the floor with a couple of bottles or something, have a nice afternoon in the sun. Obviously putting my rubbish in the bin afterwards. This is just a fucking basketball court, look. Concrete. And it's a round basketball court. It's not even in the right shape. Concrete. Surrounded by houses. I suppose that's alright, isn't it? This is, if you live round here, all the kids come and play on the park. There's a skate park there. So that's not that bad, but concrete, look. Wow. I suppose they like it if they want to have a game of basketball, but I imagine a park to be a lot more nature. A lot more of nature involved. I don't think the dinosaurs are there anymore. Oh. Nigel, the dinosaur's gone. The chuffers. I think we were talking about that the other day, weren't we? It's gone. They kind of misplaced it. It's pretty big. They kind of misplaced it. Maybe everyone's seen it now and they're just fed up with it. Oh, this guy's like a... Oh, whoa, look, he's took loads of photos. What's this? Field Museum. This is in the museum as well. I mean, look at that. I've got no idea what it is, but it looks like we're underground. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, who's that? This isn't Chicago. It's the Chicago Field Museum, but what is this room? Oh, I suppose, now, not being rude, but I've got to be careful, but because I don't want to sound like a racist, but I'm just going to say things as I see them. I suppose you've got a lot of black people in America, and black people's cultural heritage goes back to Africa. So this must be some sort of African cultural... I mean, it might be Native American as well, mightn't it? It might not be African, I'm just guessing. Might be Native American. Might be something to do with that. But those little short fellas holding up the pillars, I just thought it might be... Like, it reminded me of Egypt, and Egypt's North Africa, isn't it? So maybe it's that. Got no idea. What about this Celtic kind of design on the top? No idea what that is. That's just totally different. You weren't expecting to see this today, except if you're Lindsay, in which case you might have thought you may see this today, because it's only down the road. I mean, Lindsay could still go and see this today in the live, we can't. Look at that! Big red chuffer, rah! And there's only a little barrier there, I'll have you know, there's only a little barrier. There's nothing to stop you jumping in and touching the dinosaur, not that you should. There's an elephant! They've got an elephant as well. I love this room, look at this room. See, this is another thing that I love about museums and art galleries. We'll do words in literally just 30 seconds now after I've looked at this room. But I love walking into a room like this that you can't really have at your own house, because I'm not Elon Multimillion Musk. But all the skylights, and I bet the sound is really interesting in that room. I bet there's this kind of murmured echo of people walking and talking in all the different spaces, just spilling into this common space in the middle. And when you walk in from the outside, it's like all this outside noise in the distance, and then you walk in, it kind of goes ooh, and then it opens out again, because you expect the sound to sort of, in my brain, I can kind of close my eyes and walk into places, and like you expect the sound to come down, but then it opens out again when you come into this big resonant chamber. I love it. I like to spend time just sort of sitting in these little benches. You can see these little benches there. I like to sit on those little benches and just be in these rooms. Just have some time there. I like that. Thanks, Eric Rogers. Thanks, Lindsay. We've seen a bit of Chicago, and a bit of Chicago you didn't expect to see. And you didn't expect it to see. There's a lovely park. works. That's just a poopy one. And it's good when it's St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I bet it is. I bet they kick off in St. Patrick's Day. Don't they? I bet they have a right good go. There's a lot of Irish heritage in America, isn't there? I've got 40% Irish in me. We did the DNA test. Well, my dad did it, and I'm guessing. Oh, look at that big head. Look at that big old head. Oh, I've gone too far. All right. This is me all over. You'll catch me running around the museum all day. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like that. But, let's play some words. Okay, are you ready? This is round one of words. Now, I have put disarm as our word of the day, but there's a lot of horrible stuff going on in the world today. So I thought, let's just relax with some words. Let's not even dig into all that politics and rubbish and horrors. Let's just, things go on. We can't think about them the whole time. Let's do something that's mentally satisfying. Let's find some words. Are you ready, everyone? Everyone ready? You just type in the words to chat. It's a real simple concept. I'll help in the first couple of rounds. I touched my nose then because I'm lying. It's not really help. What I do is I shout the main thing, and then I just guess at 3-letter words. But you in chat, you're the smarty pants. So let's see if we can get level 10 today. I don't know if we can. You might be able to. I don't know if I... You ready? 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. 3, 2, 1. Utmafluo. Mtflo. Mtflo. You're typing them into chat, but I don't see them coming up. I don't know why. There's no E. There's no E. Nigel, there's no E. Flout. Okay, we've got flout. We're rolling. We're away. Oh, double header. I don't know about that one. This is a difficult one. They've deliberately done us dirty on the first round, the chuffers. Mouth. How'd you get that? To her. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Wow. I want to say flute. There's no E, is there? I'm doing the same thing as Nigel did. There's I found one, but I think it's a bad one. I'm going to write it and see if... it's probably not there, my one. It's not there. Talk about it being early in the morning in America. Like, for me, it's not... Moth. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's good. I like the nice ones. They make me think of nice things. All right, H has got 4. F has got 4. So if we can get anything with H and F in as well. Thou. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? 'Tis Juliet, the sun in the east. Foul. Look at them popping out now. We're just 3 letters away from... 3 points away from the level 1. I think we'll get there. It's just if my brain would stop saying Omuflu, then I'll be alright. Yes, we've made it! Level complete. Well done. Well done, team. Well done, team. Nice little warm-up, that. I mean, it's tough, that one, though. Mouthful. Oh, I thought they... Well done. Well done. I thought they gave it us as a bonus, because we... But well done. You got that. Well done. 7 out of 12 words. That's quite a lot of words. Isn't it, really? That's quite a lot of words when you think about it. That's quite a lot of words. I think we'll carry on. I was going to get some news stories up and talk about Sue Gray report and stuff in between rounds, but screw that. Let's carry on and have a little look. Let's carry on and have a little look at what Eric Rogers has been sharing on Google Earth. I've always considered this. I wonder maybe I should get a virtual reality camera, a VR camera. That's what I was going to tell you is I bought a VR headset last year, and you'd be surprised. I don't actually play that many games on it all the time. I played a few on stream. It was hard to do on stream because you can't talk to chat because you're in VR. But you'd be surprised. What I find the most enjoyable thing, look how polished their floor is. Have you seen that? Look at how polished their floor is. They're like, we're coming in to take photos today of the museum for the VR. Eric Rogers is. He's got his 360-degree camera. He's coming in to take photos. And they've said, hang on, Eric. We're just going to polish the floor. Whoop! He's gone over. Boom! Oh, me bum! Oh, me coccyx! Come right on me bum bone there. Because they polished all the floor for him. Look, you can eat your dinner off it. It's shiny. Shiny! It's shiny. Wow. Yeah, what I do most on virtual reality, and you would be surprised, is instead of playing games, I go into space a lot. Go up into space. And I go to places like this, VR, what you call them, 360 photos, 360 videos. I go on tour around the world, and I just look at the places in the 360 videos. It's amazing. So this is right up my street, these sort of videos, photos, these 360-degree photos. They're right up my street. I'm just going to drop us down. Look at the size of it. It's like SimCity, but massive. Hang on. Englewood. Look at it. It keeps going. It's like packed in. There's the Greenlands. There's your nice farmlands and Greenlands. All the roads are straight as well, aren't they? Look. It's like the Romans were there. Straight roads everywhere. Look at the size of it. I'm going to Lombard. Got a little church with a tower on it there. Is that a crematorium? Or is that just a spa? This is Lombard. Wide streets, unlike the UK. Nice houses. This looks nice. Look at that. Boulevards. Look at this one. It's got chuffing turrets. Like living in a castle. Big houses down here. If you had a house like this around my way, it'd probably be worth up to £1 million, probably. I don't know. They look big. Big houses. Nothing else though, just big houses down the street. Just lots and lots of big houses. Residential area. There's a school. That's a church. Do not enter. Not allowed in. Okay, let's go back to words. Historian's having a wee break, so we need to just take a minute because we need our top players. Look at this. Look at that big space. That's probably an empty plot ready for building, I guess. I don't know. Why would you not bother with putting one on there? Is that a church? Love Your Neighbour Day. That must be another church. You've got a few churches down here. This must be the school. Or a library. Library. Helen Plum Library. Helen Plum's done all right for herself. She's got herself a library sorted out. Who's Helen Plum? This is the Helen Plum Library. I don't need to see the internet site for the library because I know what goes on. You've got books. Well, you also do services. Reading programs. It's not bad, is it? It's quite a modern library. Borrowing. Get a card. Library card. Download ebooks. Stream movies. You're shitting me. Hoopla. You can just do it for free on the internet. It's quite a modern, novel system, isn't it? It's quite... Lombard isn't Chicago. Listen. Chuffing is. Just had a look at it on the old map. How do I get myself out of Street View? I mean, all of that counts. It might not be downtown Chicago, but as far as the English brain is concerned, anywhere as part of this city is Chicago. I can't keep too many concepts in my brain at once. It'd be too confusing. What's this over here? What's this over here? Is this some shops? I'm going to go to the shops now. Oh, careful. There's a train station, train crossing. That's the shops. This is, I recognise this sort of thing from America. It's different from in the UK. You have like this whole big space, like a drive yourself there shops, and then you don't have so many shops just peppered about. Go right in the car park here. What's this? The shops. Golf shops. Just golf. No, like other identifiable features. Golf sale. Just golf. They don't do any other sports, and it's non-descriptive. Just, you know, it's not Jeff's golf shop. It's not Toby's golf shop. It's not Tina's golf emporium. It's just golf. Just says golf. And then I suppose over here, this plot's for lease. For lease, you can't buy it. If I were around the golf shop, right, I'd lease this, and I'd set up a little pitch and putt. I'd set up a little golf thing, wouldn't I? Little pitch and putt. Right, let's move ourselves closer in then. I should have advertised this on the title, Chicago and words. We'll do words in just 30 seconds after we looked at this next place. I mean, this is all good fun, isn't it? Historian's back. No, you're not missing anything. We're just having a look at Chicago. Waiting for our top player. Here we are. I clicked it because it said park. No, that's La Vitita Park there. I was going to go there. Right, we're going to the... Is that the park? Looks a bit rough, doesn't it? Back round the back by the bins here. Is that the park? You can't even get in there. Round the back by the bins here. What's this? Someone's built himself a garage out of breeze blocks. Around the back by the garages here. But let me say, that is a big, wide garage. Look at the size of the double door on it. So you've got a lot more space around to do what you want. Isn't it? So you've got a lot more space. Someone's done some graffiti there. Can't even read the chuffing stuff. Having a little practice, aren't they? Look, because I think they do need to practice. That says Kronk. Is Chicago where the Kronk gym is? I bet it is, isn't it? Kronk gym. Detroit. Chicago, Detroit. Detroit is in Chicago. I don't know, I'm confused. Alright, we'll forget that for a minute. I'm here. This is me all over though. Like, we're supposed to be going to the park and I've come down the dirty back street to have a look at the graffiti. That's quite good, isn't it? That's quite good. That's a proper mural. Google Street View has blocked out the girl's face. Look, it's blocked out the girl's face. So that's good. But that's quite smart, that is. It's a shame they haven't done the whole thing, isn't it? It's quite smart. I wonder if there's a business in here. Oh, there's all around the side there, look, that they've done as well. I like that. Okay, back to words then, yeah? Back to words. Right, we're up to level 2. We're going to try and push for level 3. We skipped 2 levels there. So we're on level 3. Okay, level 4 coming up. Level 3, level 4. You ready? It's time to flex those mental muscles. You haven't got muscles in your mental. That's a silly thing to say, isn't it? If you had muscles in your brain and you flexed them, you'd probably pop a blood vessel or something. So for thinking terms, in terms of thinking, if you want to have a good think, it's probably not good to flex anything in your brain. It's probably good to let it relax and just flow. So we're going to just relax our mental muscles. You ready? 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Epachna. I think I've seen that before. I think it's pancake. And I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. I think I've seen it before. I think it's pancake. I get, yes, wonderful. So that's weird, because I didn't know that we were going to repeat the same words. Words needs to figure that out, right? Because we've had this one before, so we really should be able to get everything. But it's not that easy. But peanut. Peanut. Is peanut a word? I'm going to write it in and see if it is. Peanut, like... Oh, I thought Pina had come up. No, it's you with your words, you chuffers. Peck and cake, well done. I thought Pina. Cake, well done. Peak. Nape. These are firing off now. Neck. I remember that from last time. Nape of the net. Nape of the net, yes. Okay, so I wonder if we can... if one of these days we can ace one of these levels, if we can remember the actual word. Who'd have thought all these different words were in pancake? I want to say naked, but there's no D, is there? It's about to get harder. We've only need 4 more. Well done. Well done, Nigel. Peak, and that's a good one. Nuts. Nuts to you. We are over the line now, so next level's going to come up in a minute. Bear in mind, warm yourselves up, because in a minute it's going to get more difficult. They're going to start pace. Hail and pace. I'll show you hail and pace in a minute, it'll be funny. They're going to start getting more difficult in a minute. They're going to start getting more difficult. They're going to start putting in a random letter, chuffing about with us, but... Ekpanka. Ekpachna. Ekpachna. No. Well done, everyone. Well done. Straight over the line. Acne. Nigel popped one in at the last minute. Bonus points. I was thinking we need a system. Look, uncontrolled historians on the top there. I think we need a system of the winner getting something. And what I was thinking of doing is, in the coming months, we're going to try, as we build up stream, we're going to try and get to the point where we can do a charity stream. That's something I'd love to be able to do. I don't think there's much point in doing a charity stream with just three or four of us, because I'd be putting too much onus on your shoulders to, you know, hit a target for charity. And I think we need a wider group to be able to all chip in a little bit and make that target. So we want to do a charity stream as we grow. And I think maybe if we want a prize for words on stream, there's 3 choices here. One of the choices is I give you money and you give it to your chosen charity. Like, you tell us what the charity is, and then I put up the money, so that the onus is not on you. Although the problem is that, like, between us, we chippy into my stream fund, and if I take it out of my stream fund, I'm taking it out of my eating money, and it's a bit of a struggle. But I'm prepared to put money in, obviously. You know, not just rely on the goodness of everyone else. I'm prepared to back that myself, give it to charity. So maybe I'll put up the money, and then the winner gets to choose where the money goes. Maybe I put up the money and make a thing, and you can also put money in if you want. You don't have to that way. And then the winner gets to choose where it goes. So the winner gets something, but also it goes to charity, and we don't have to worry. There is a worry for me about, there's rules. You'd be surprised. Look, I'll show you. There's rules. Rules running online competition in the UK. I follow the UK rules because I have to. And free prize draws and competitions. Actually, you'd be surprised about this, because you will go on the internet and every other chuffer on the internet is doing a prize draw or a giveaway. But I don't know if they know that there are actually some rules about it. You have to offer... There's 2 types of free draw. You know, you see them where you can send in a postcard instead of phoning up the phone line. It's because you have to offer these sort of things. You can't exclude people. So if you're having a prize competition, there are some rules. So if I give you money, or if I give you prizes, then I have to adhere to the requirements of the Gambling Act. It's not a big deal, but it does give us, like, make some requirements. And so what it generally means is that I have to enable anyone to enter without online... I think that's the main thing. I have to allow everyone to enter without an online system. So I might have to set up a PO box, because I can't advertise my actual address. So there's an issue there. I was thinking, I've got a Dogecoin wallet. We know about that, don't we? I've got a Dogecoin wallet. So in that Dogecoin wallet, which is now worth considerably less than it was 10 months ago, but I could give out free Dogecoin. I mean, it's not real money, but maybe it still falls under the same rules. I've got a Bitcoin wallet, and I've got, like, a little bit, probably £500 in Bitcoin. So I could offer Bitcoin as a prize, but again, it would be, like, a bit out of my ballpark, like, off, you know, transferring Bitcoin around the internet. And I don't know if you'd want that. I think maybe the best one out of all those ideas is I put up a little bit of a pot and it goes to charity. And if you want to chip into the charity pot as well, that's on you. I'm not forcing it down your pipe hole. And the winner gets to donate it to charity. I think that's probably the best way to go. But we'll have to think about it. Should have another look at it. Can you hear this music in the background? This lovely music. This lovely music, you'll be surprised. That's from Genshin Impact, the game I've been playing. And this is the music from a particular area called Levi. And it actually has the same motif as Coldplay. It has da-da-na-na-na, around in circles, na-na-na-na, how you are. But it's much better than Coldplay, this version. Much better. It's as if they took Coldplay and made it good. That song. Right, words on stream. Words on stream. We are up to level 4. Up next, level 4. No shitting about now. No shitting about now. I just want to play this for you, though, because it's so wonderful. It's the same motif, isn't it? It's the same riff. Da-na-na-na-na. So they kind of took Coldplay, which is shit, and they turned it into something good. Go round in circles, you know how much you are. I've absolutely been falling in love with Genshin Impact. You know, I'm not going to badge you about it now on a completely different stream, but the music score, the beauty of the game, the fact it's free to play, I've been falling in love with it. And that music is one of my favourite bits about it. Yep. Right, words. Are you ready for some words? Coming at you. Coming at you like a kebab at the end of a drunken bar brawl. Coming at you like a stray tomato thrown by an irate gardener. Coming at you. You ready? Let's go. Good to go. Level 4. Good to go. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Efsinan. Sometimes I try and read them backwards as well. Nanisef. Nanisef, like UNICEF, but for old ladies. Nanisef. Finance? Chuffing hell. Someone's got a bit of a brain going, haven't they? Someone's got a bit of a brain going. All I see is like Kafin. And you're there with finance, like big Elon Musk level words there. Nice, that's more like it. Nice, that makes me feel more comfortable. Nice. Hello, Angie. Hello, Snippy Snips. We've had the biggest word now, but good try. Good try. I want to say cine. I don't know if cine counts, because I'd buy a cine camera if I could. So I don't know if it counts. I can't even write letters in my own phone now. Cone I've written. Can't be cone, can it? Sin. Yes! I got one. It doesn't even look like a real word, but I got one as well. So, you know, there you go. Oh, I know one. I could see one. It probably isn't right. Hang on. I could see. I'm going to try and write this. Come on. I got a problem with my phone. Oh, no. Oh, mine didn't work. Forget it then. Right, how are you doing? You're doing quite well. We're halfway there, and we've only got a little bit of time left. Are we going to fall at this hurdle? Level 4? Oh, no. I mean, I can't see any more words either, so... Cafe, that's a good one. That puts us in the region. I think we need to use the F, because the F's the top scoring letter. That puts us in the region. We're like 6 points away now. We can get there. Everyone pop out the word out of your brain quick. Yeah, I just got using Symphania. That's a good word. I think that counts as a word. Acne again! And feign is a word. Good, right. That got us that. Well done. Right at the last minute. Right at the last minute. But we got there. Look at that. I got 6 points. I'm on the leaderboard. I make myself laugh. Because the word I got wasn't even a real word, really. Cine. I mean, it is a real word. Look at your words there. You did so well. I just want to show you that my word, cine, is not really a word. Cine. I always press the hashtag now because I've got a new keyboard. Look, it's not really a word, is it? It brings up cinema. Using Google these days, the thing that's... People say you shouldn't use Google for all sorts of reasons. The reason I don't like it is because it brings up everything commercial. I don't want to know about cinemas. I want to know if the word cine counts. But... instead, I'm getting all this... There's dictionary, right? Go for dictionary. A film, movie, cine. A movie theatre. Cine. No. Cinema, mate. That's not a real word. I made it up. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. So don't get any funny ideas off today's episode. Cine's not a real word. I'm telling you. No one else will accept it. It's cinema. Look, people don't understand cinema. I'll put a UK dictionary because they're better dictionaries. It's used to refer to things connected with showing of films. Yeah, it is. We use it in that way, like we say cine camera, but come on. Can that really be a word? It's only got 4 letters. It's only got 4 letters, so... Can it... Cine camera, look. But it's only got 4 letters, so... Can't be the best. Cinephile, look. There you go. Good. But I don't think it's... I'm not having it. I let it go by for our game, but I'm not going to start using it in day-to-day life. I say cine camera and I feel funny saying it because it just doesn't look right. Cine. It's even got 4 letters that aren't even the right letters. It should start with a S for a start. It's kine. Forget it. Forget it. Let's have a look at... Let's pop to Chicago, and I'm just going to find us a cinema in Chicago. Let's go and have a look at... Oh, there's a few, look. Ah! Now that's weird to me. That is so weird to me. Look, you've got all these suburbs around the edges, like you were saying. Like Wheaton and Lombard. Naperville, you'd probably consider that. Chicago's over here. There's no cinemas over this way. Like, that's not how UK works. In the UK, I'll show you this. Look, let's just show you Birmingham. This is Birmingham in the UK. This is where I'm from, this area. Right, now if I put cinemas in Birmingham... See how they're also on the outer skirts? There's also one out on the outskirts. They put them out in these built-up areas. There's lots more in the centre, I get it. Just like Chicago, in the town centre, but there's still some in the suburbs. Look, still some on the edges. They're sort of in between the suburbs. They're on these big, built, out-of-town, like... they're on these big sort of... What would you call them? It's like a giant car park and then some buildings. It's like America that does that, like a shopping area. Like out of the town, giant car park, some buildings. This one's got a motorcycle museum, but there'll be a cinema over there somewhere. But we don't just put them in the city centres in the UK, we put them out of town as well. Maybe not in the suburbs, but going back to Chicago, what I found weird... And we've got 2 cinemas in my little town, in Stratford-upon-Avon, in my little town. There's 2. Well, there'll only be 1 soon, because the other one's going to close the other down. But look, I expected there to be cinemas out here as well. Like there, by Yorkville. I thought you might have a cinema over there. Ooh. Ooh, hello. Now I'm getting a nature boner. Look at that, little pagoda. Oh, I'd come here. I thought that was a dog then. It's not, it's a human person. I'd come here though. I would come here and I'd chill out under the pagoda and I'd take a walkie in this. Look at this. Looks a bit dry season. Don't smoke. No barbecues. But that looks nice, doesn't it? No wonder there's no cinema out here. This is where you come and bury the people in the woods. This is where the Sopranos come and they make you dig your own grave before they shoot you in the back of the head. Isn't it? The Pine Barrens. Look at this. Look at this. It's like a trail. Oh, I'd have a good time out here, look. Richard Young Forest Preserve. Oh, this looks nice. You see these fallen logs? When trees fall, the forest wardens have to come and cut them up. It's not very good images though, is it? Oh no, that's better. It's much sharper now. That's better. It's because there's quite a lot of busy detail. The camera's having to struggle with it. Obviously 4K cameras seem to... Sorry, 3D cameras seem to work better open air. I've got no idea about the kinema in the woods. Oh yeah, that person's taking the photos. Oh, good point, yeah. Is that their little camera on top of their head, look? They must have it stuck out their bag. That's it, that's the camera there. I was going to go and stand behind them, but obviously I can't because if I move behind them, then there'll be a different photo, won't it? So they're always in it. This is a consideration I've had, right? I've got that virtual reality headset, and like I told you, I enjoy going out. Not out, because of the people. So I enjoy putting on the virtual reality headset and going to places like this, and I'm just having a look around. I'll spend an hour and a half doing it. Just sat upstairs in the attic room, having a little smoke, looking in the headset. Smoking's bad for your health. Just don't do it. Just don't start. But I do, and I do. So I go up in the attic room, and I put on the headset, and I chill out. And honestly, space is a good one for me. There's a load of space VR apps. There's one where you can go in the ISS space station. So I just sit around in the space station for half an hour, just like looking out the window and chilling. And I wondered whether I should get myself a camera. Kinema in the Woods is your right, I'll have a look. I mean, this is getting a bit... I don't want to be rude, and I don't know if it's rude to look at your... I don't know if this is being rude now to, like, you say where your local area and me look at it on the internet. If you don't want me to, tell me now. If you don't want me to, tell me now, because I'll put it in the... like that. In United Kingdom. Because I don't want you to think I'm stalking you. Do you know what I mean? I don't want you to think I'm stalking you. But, I will have a look. You know, I'm threatening you now. I will have a look. At the kinema in the woods. Right. What the fuck? It's actually in the woods. Alright, this gives me the nature boner as well. This is the sort of places I love to go walking my doggy. It's got a proper paved... Alright, because we've got to get up to the woods somehow. Look at these lovely woods. Oh, that looks nice. And what, you've just got a cinema? It's got a big old car parking area for a little old building. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Strange little place. And this disused building here as well. What a strange little place. I wonder if they do good business. I wonder what sort of films they put on. Not lying, yeah. It's true. Alice Through the Looking... That's what kind of films they put on there. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Disney. That's a Disney. They put on the proper films. I don't know why I got it into my head, but because it looked like a small building in the woods like this, I just thought they can't be putting on the proper films. I'd have thought they were re-showing The Shining, or like, you know, putting on like Eraserhead or something. They play the organ in the break. Oh, classic. I wonder if they actually have. I wonder if they actually have like a few people snogging in the back row. And this just looks cool, doesn't it? I'd come and walk the dog, and then if they had a little thing going on in there in the daytime, you know, whatever, I'd pop in for a little drink and a say hello. I'd certainly get this building taken over by the youth club. I just can't understand that. Why is that building not... it might be one of those buildings that's difficult to keep in repair, because you can see it's got a lot of different... They've pebble dashed the exterior to try and keep it from weathering, but if you buy an old building in the UK, it might look lovely, but you're going to have to fix up all these windows, you're going to have to fix up all the dry rot or whatever, you know. It's got plants growing in it. It's probably cheaper to knock something down and just build a new one than maintain... Look at all the flat roof joins you've got on that. Each of those joins needs repairing every 6 chuffing years because it gets... The roof's lovely. Lovely roof. Lovely ornate roof. It might even be listed. We still don't know why that's a ruin, yeah. Like I'm saying, I think if you buy it, it's probably a thorn in your side, because whilst it's a lovely little building, it might even be listed. There's something old out the front here, so it might even be an old building and it might be listed. And if that's the case, then you can't just go changing everything the way you want it. You have to keep certain features the same. And my guess is that it's probably just a money hole to try and transform that. And that if you had the money, you'd probably just buy something better. You know, it's probably one of them. Shame, really, because there's a lot of buildings like that in the UK that you could turn into like something good. And the trick for me is that the people who should buy it and do something with it would be the council, because then they can ignore planning permission. And they can ignore, you know, they can do what they want with it essentially. And if it's listed, they can unlist the chuff and just knock it down. Like, they should turn that into a youth centre though, shouldn't they? Because you've got the little cinema. The adults could go to the little cinema. The kids could go and play in the youth centre. All meet up afterwards, take you home, give you a smack. You know, that could be a nice little family-oriented environment. Maybe a little restaurant attached. That could be good. Could do something with it. Or the little bowling alley in the woods to go with the little kinema. Because they usually put... they do this in the UK. I don't know if they do it in America, but they usually put like a bowling alley next to the cinema. Or like a little bar and restaurant next to the cinema. And I always used to think, who's using that? Because, you know, most people are in the cinema. You're not coming out the cinema and say, right, now let's go bowling. Are you? I don't know. Right, so that's a little bit of a look at that. About where you live. In Whittle, Shropshire, it's beautiful. Right, okay. I'm gonna have a little look. I'm not stalking you, okay? And then we'll do the next round of words. I'm not stalking you. I just want to see the area because you said it was beautiful. So, because I like beautiful places. And I like showing... This is fun, isn't it? Looking at these places. Views of the world. I can't copy-paste. Why can't I copy-paste? Control-C. Control... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm pressing the Windows button. That's why. Welcome to the new computer, Control V. Where, alright, I'll just write it. No, it won't do that. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Right, there you go. Right, oh, I read it wrong as well. White, well, okay, let's go. Oh, it's... Oh, look at this right in the countryside now, look. Where should we start? Let's start at the church. In the church, look at it, it's lovely. Lovely little church. Victorian tiles. That's Victorian flooring. They pack them in here, look. Don't they? They pack them in here. They got little benches, little... Every aspect of it. Packed in. Stained glass window. I love a stained glass window. Big fan of a stained glass window. Yeah, I spend a lot of time on the virtual reality doing this sort of stuff. I spend a lot of time... Can we come out the church now, please, Google? Can you put me out the church? There we go, okay. Look at this! Right in the countryside here. This is a lot like round where I live, and you get these little country roads. Look, the Americans wouldn't believe this, look. Properties, the Americans won't believe this. Look at these little roads. These little country roads. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. The West Midlands, Mountain Mama, take me home. Oh, country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to clear water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Whitewell Road, down in Shropshire. Country roads, take me home. Look, you wouldn't believe it in America, would you? Look at that little road. One car can fit up that. That's the whole road. It's like it goes on. It's not just one little road. It's like lots of roads around here just like that. You'd be surprised, wouldn't you? Look at the countryside. Magnificent. Oh, I can't see past the bushes there, but it is. Trust me, it is. There you go. Fields for days. It's lovely, isn't it? I should have looked at the church from the outside. All right, no worries. We'll do that, and then we'll do our next round of words. I just want to go to the outside of the church, please. There's not so many photographs been taken from this area, so it's a little bit harder to navigate. Not allowed up there, you see. I'm going to try and go over here. It won't let me. So it won't let me outside the church. It's only letting me on the roads nearby. Chuffer. You chuffer. But yeah. Let me show you something that'll blow your mind. Now, then we'll do the words. Why can't I write anything on the keyboard? You wouldn't think of getting this. You probably wouldn't think of getting one of these. The Oculus Meta Quest 2. It's $299.99. That has been one of the best purchases I've made in the last couple of years. And like I say, I don't use it for its preferred... You know, I'm not actually... I thought I'd be playing loads and loads of games on it, and I have played a few, but actually I use that just to chill out, to do what we've just been doing, and to go around places and look at them in virtual reality. It might be a lot of money for just to chill out, 300 quid, but it works with your Facebook, and it just goes straight on the internet, and then you're away. And like, it's very instinctively easy to use. I found it was a transformative experience, and I use it to go places all over the world, and up in space, and just chill out. That's one of the things I do. Interesting, isn't it? You want one, I see, yeah. And it's worth it. I'm going to do an episode on it. I'm going to try and work it in. You remember we worked it into stream before. I'll just quickly show you our channel, our videos, and if I do this, if I just put reality in the search, then it'll bring up these virtual reality games that we played. Mainly about killing and smashing people's heads in. And Fisherman's Tale was beautiful. That was a puzzle game. That was beautiful. So it's worth watching. It's there. You can have a look at what it's like to be in virtual reality, but it's not. You don't get an impression of it unless you're in it. And I can't interact with chat when I'm doing it, so it makes for a more difficult stream. Mate. Oh, look at me over there. But it's mad, isn't it? I make him dance.
Live, Trevor. You dancing, mate? You dancing? Live.
What's interesting as well is that you don't. When I move my head around in these videos for virtual reality, it moves the whole. Like you'll see all the movement, but in my world, inside the headset, I don't see any of that moving. Like the image here appears to move a lot when I'm moving around. Look at him dancing, I'm making him dance. But you see when I turn my head, it like moves the camera, essentially that you're looking through. But in my world, inside the headset, none of that movement happens. It's just like you're looking around. You're just looking around. You don't feel that sense of movement. Some people get a bit sick in VR, but you can take ginger tablets. But I'm gonna do some killing here, so I skip it on before I stab the chuffer. Look. Obviously, I'm into the fighting games, but you can do more with it. You can just be in these environments, and that's what I found so beautiful with it, yeah. So that's worth a look. If you're looking at stuff on our channel, I remind you, we have just released the Indie Game Development Paradise full documentary. I can't think of a good title, I can't think of a good thumbnail, but officially the film is now out there. You can watch the entire draft edit of my film now on this channel. Quietly, under the radar, there it is. I decided, fuck it. It's only 720p. There's still a couple of little editing polishes I'd like to do, but fuck it. It broke my brain editing that. It gave me depression, staying in a dark room for a long time. And then it made me feel even worse when I couldn't sell the film because my compadre decided to ditch me. But, well, he didn't ditch me, he ditched the project for a better project, for a more lucrative project that he could go on. So, I was left holding the can there. But I've made it. I've made the whole film. I've edited it all myself. It's there. So it's worth a watch. And I'll push it and I'll push it. Not hard, just gently. And we'll make more of it. I'll start interviewing the people, hopefully, start interviewing the people that are in that documentary. Because I made the documentary. So I can get them back on and interview them on stream now a few years later. You've got a free headset for a phone. Right. Actually, you should use that. You should use that. They actually do. They work quite well. They do. The phones work quite well. You got to do some work. Sorry, sorry. But have a play. I'll tell you what. Have a play on virtual reality. Have a little go on it and see what you think before you pull the trigger. But it's remarkable. Oh, you've got a different kind of phone. What a chuffer. But it is remarkable. You wouldn't. Like I remember in this film actually was the first time I got to play on virtual reality. Because during this film, there are virtual reality developers. I'll just quickly... We're going back to words in just a second. I just want to show you what I'm talking about. In this film that I made, there are virtual reality developers. So we'll have to watch this together on stream and do a full director's cut. Where is... And it looks a little bit jerky in a couple of the things because... I uploaded it from, I ran it in the editing program and then recorded it like that instead of exporting it, but it's not supposed to be best quality, it's supposed to be draft quality. Where are the virtual reality people? It's after the Carl Larson house, isn't it? There they are.
Sebastian, I work for Coffee Stain Publishing, and I work mainly with our VR stuff. We are responsible for creating games such as Sanctum and Sanctum 2, and then Goat Simulator, which became a massive kind of hit. I'm actually here visiting
Obviously,
the team we signed.
You understand, don't you? That jerky bit there, that's not how the film properly runs. It's all perfect HD, but it jerked and scuttered there because I'm playing it on a computer off a hard drive in the editing software. So it's like chuggy, 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 chuggy. It's not the final export. It's in the editing software. It's seeing it as lots of little edits, so it's chugging its way through each movement. But the actual final quality is better than that.
Which is Coastal Bite. We're sponsoring their time here in Stugan, and they're making a game called Puppet Fever.
And you know, now looking at it, I probably will export it in 720p or try to and upload a cleaner version.
Fell in love with the concept.
Puppet Fever is a social VR game.
You know Goat Simulator? You know Goat Simulator? Yeah, some of these people in this film are pretty up there with the old, you know, they're real people in the industry, yeah.
A VR game that you play with your friends and family in the living room, where you try to act out, sort of like charades with your puppet theater.
You have one player inside of VR trying to communicate with the players outside of VR.
But he turned into a mask?
Playing together is fun. I think especially when you're in the same room, like on a con.
So these guys are developing an indie game on VR. So they like had all this VR kit out, and you know, we could just say, "Can I have a go?" And like, I put on this thing. I'd never been in VR fully. Was it? Yeah, it was this that we did it first, I think, or was it my mate got one? I think it was this first, and it's just absolutely astounding. It's like you are suddenly somewhere else. It's hard to. I mean, you know that's what the jig is, isn't it? You know that's what the jig is, but really, it's more than you expect, and the technology is now available for the. Like, it's what I wanted when I was a kid and I had a Nintendo. I thought one day I'll have a virtual reality machine in my house, and now I do. It's absolutely amazing. Blows my mind. Right, we'll do some more words, and then we're going to learn some more stuff. Words and learns and stuff, and I'll keep promoting the little. Consider that a. Just close the window. Then I didn't want to do that, and now I don't know how to get the window back immediately. Consider that a. What I'm going to try and say, our channel. Consider it just a rough draft, an advert for the film. You know, a full. It's the full film. In fact, we could cut some bits out and make it a bit more concise. It's the full film, but it's not in its best quality. So consider it an advert for it. But it's worth watching. It is. It's worth watching. It is. Right, some more words then. Are you ready for your next level? This is level 5. We're going to see if we can hit level 10. We're going to see if we can. All you have to do is type the words into chat. That's all you have to do. You want a VR medical. That's a good idea. To teach how to code. That would be a good idea. I think they actually are using virtual reality in a lot more serious applications these days. I know they're using it in design, you know, drawing and designing and constructing. You have a VR headset and a 3D printer. You basically got anything you want in the world then, haven't you? We can start. This, I'm going to do a quick big face. Quick big face, and then we'll do the words. Quick big face. If we had 3D printers, I can't understand why we're not. Why are we buying things off the internet all the time? Why can't we have big old 3D printing shops in town that just print them out for us? They used to think that you'd have a telephone in every village. They used to think you'd have a telephone in every town. But actually, we have a telephone in every house. They used to think you'd have a computer in every town, a computer at every library. But actually, you've got a computer in every house. So I'm thinking, shouldn't we have a 3D printer instead of a microwave? I put my food in the microwave and press go. It cooks it. But couldn't I have an empty box where I press go and it makes something appear? Like, I don't know. A phone might be a bit complex. But certainly, this little plastic tub that I keep things in. Nothing naughty on the internet, although you can actually see just some leaves in there. Just some little green leaves. I keep things in little... That can be 3D printed. I shouldn't have had to go and buy that from a shop and spend money. And they spend money putting it in the shop, driving it in a bus, in a lorry, driving it in a lorry. We can solve a lot of the pollution problems with the productivity and production line. You know, we could solve that by saying, right, little plastic items, anything, even your cups, you know, even things like that. From now on, you can 3D print them at home. We're not bringing like buttons that come off the chair I'm sitting on. You can just bring it. You can download the thing off the internet. Boom. Where's your food replicator? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, food is just molecules. They do 3D print food. We'll see. We'll have a look. I'll do words in just a second, but I want to show you this. They do 3D print food, don't they? So you can do it. It's just you have to have a lot of food in the top of the tank still, but. You know, we should be working on this because it would reduce the costs, wouldn't it? It would reduce the costs. Instead of This is what I'm talking about. You know, you want something like that in your house, like that box, like a big microwave, and instead of it printing out just plastic items, it could also print out your food as well. Yeah, I think so. And let me just show you one. And it reduced the cost because you're not having to produce things, send them in lorries, drive them around. Okay, it looks big and expensive now, but that's how the microwave started, isn't it? You know, that's how all things start, is big and expensive. They get cheaper as you go. So the technology's there. What we have to now do is make... Okay, so you're printing potato, and you've got potato in that thing. What we need to do now is just make one cartridge that the computer could turn into other food products at molecular levels, you know, molecular gastronomy. It can't be that far away, can it? So cooking is still a joy. Absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree. But like, let's look at school meals, for example. Like, if you can, school meals, you have to have a person employed to cook the meals, and then you have to pay the money to get them in bulk and bring them. Like, if you can reduce the costs, then kids get better food. So if you don't have to have somebody stood there doing things and the computer's doing it for them, printing out the burgers or whatever, you reduce the staff. I know that's bad because people haven't got a job. Well, you have a different job. You're a computer engineer now. I don't know. I'm just saying it must reduce the costs in the long run if we can get this stuff working. And if we can make a 3D printer, you know, print food, or we can make it print goods, they're the main two things that we need day to day. You know, what are you spending money on day to day? Well, food and like items mainly. Oh, and subscriptions to chuffing Netflix, which has had to go because of the chuffing cost of living. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it must help to reduce the costs. So if we can reduce the costs, if we have 3D printing in our homes and everything's really cheap, that's got to be better for everyone. And it's not just our homes. Think about places you can't drive the truck. I cannot get the lorry to deliver to so-and-so. Well, I can plug in the 3D printer and it's done. So there might be something to do with that. Fast fashion uses child slaves. I make my own clothes. There's a good point. I buy from the charity shops for that exact reason. I'm buying second-hand. I know I'm still buying sweatshop clothes down the line, but I buy from charity shops because I don't want to give my money to the economy of shame. Yeah, public school lunches in Chicago cost 17 cents a meal. Bloody hell. What can you get for 17 cents a meal? But yeah, that's it. We need to be able to provide more value for money. And I think things like 3D printing, foods, and maybe foods not so much at the moment. Maybe we're not quite up to it yet. But certainly goods, certainly items. It would dramatically reduce the costs and therefore open out a more, like, we shouldn't, what am I trying to say? The reason we have problems in society is because things are scarce. Economics is the social science of the study of scarce resources. That's what economics really is. It's the study of scarce resources. The first principle of economics is scarcity. If there's no scarcity, then it doesn't matter, does it? Everyone can have a bit. But as soon as something is limited, it's supply and demand. There's a limited demand. There's a certain limit. Sorry, there's a limited supply, and there's a certain set demand that sets the price. As soon as something is scarce, we start trading it. We start charging money for it. If it's everywhere, if it's like sand and you're sat on the beach, you're not going to buy any sand off me, are you? Now, if we can put that sand into a 3D printer and create anything we want, it will crash the economies of the world. But yeah, nothing is scarce. In reality, we've got enough stuff. So maybe we don't need the economies of the world holding, because I can't afford stuff because of the economy. So maybe a slightly different system. Okay, it will crash the economy. But I can print out what I want and I don't have to struggle. I have to afford the 3D printer. We have to, you know, there's still certain, I have to afford the electricity. There's still questions raised, but we reduce the costs, we increase the amount of stuff available. We can say it doesn't matter if you live in a low-cost area or a third world country, you can still have X, Y, Z. You know, I think that's important. And then sun, earth and rain for food. You know, if we all run on the same basic principles, you're right, then surely we can share enough stuff around. We can reduce that burden on people, that worry, and then we can get on with, like, instead of us struggling to feed ourselves and each other, which actually is what's happening in the world, we can actually get onto these higher goals, these what you might consider, I say higher, I mean feeding people is quite important, but you know, these more philosophical goals, these trips to Mars that Elon Musk wants to make or whatever. You know, yeah, that sort of thing. Oh, if you want some rain, we can do the chemtrails over your house and sort out the clouds for you. How about that? Right, back to words. Back to some words. Some words. We're at level 5. I promised you words. I'll give you words. I'll give you words, mate. You watch out. Words are going to come at you. Words are coming at you now in a second. They're going to come at you like peas. Peas thrown in handfuls and returned back through tennis rackets. Some of them will slip through the tennis racket. We might not get all the words. And that's a good point, yeah. If you lived over here in the UK, today is the middle of officially spring, and it's not quite summer, but it's pouring with rain and it's crap. So, you ready for your next set? 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Here we go. I need all of you pumping now. Big pumpers. It's a tough one. Weird. Boy, I'm doing it with one eye. I don't know if that helps. It probably doesn't. It's not an eye test, is it? Why am I doing that instinct? It's not an eye test. Oh, brow. There's a good one. Do you know what? I feel like this one's going to be the... Well done, Dream Watcher. I feel like this one's going to be the one that... Ooh, boa. What the hell is that? I don't even know. Beer. There's one that reminds me of my drinking days. Oh, I can have a little beer now, can't I? Because someone said it on strip. No. Brew. Brew that beer. Brew the beer. Beat your brow. Mr. Boa. What is boa? Someone who bows things. Oh, I've got to try and get one. Come on, we can do this. We're only 50 away now. We're nearly there. There's a big one to get, but it's tough. It is tough because it's a Y and a double E. Oh, it's tough. His Weber word, you can try it. Eyebrow! Look at that! Look at that! Top bins! Oh, look at this, we're getting close. Oh, there's only one padlock to go. The time is ticking, the padlock is coming. It's R-B-W-E-O-E-Y. Oh, nice. These all count. These are all important words. These all count. These all tally up. Don't be a bore. Do your chores. My throat is hoarse. I can't even think of one. Whoa, that's a 3-letter word. You're not allowed it. Yore, in days of yore, when knights were bold. Oh, we didn't. Did we get it? No. Oh, we kind of failed. It's alright though. Because we did get 8 out of 19, which is quite damn good. It's pretty damn good, I'll have you know. Genshin's pumping away. It's pretty damn good, I'll have you know. It's pretty damn good. So, look at your scores as well. Well done for your scores. Personal scores there. Got chuffed, yeah. We got chuffed. We got served there. But it was quite good. Did quite well. You know, we did quite well. What else have we been looking at today? We've been looking at this. Herbs in Horto. I forgot what that means now. It means city in a garden. City in a garden. Herbs in Horto. So there's something I've learned today. Been looking at, these are the trees of Chicago. That was the other thing I was going to say. I was going to get a 3D camera, right. So, what are they called? They're called 360 degree, aren't they? Because I'm a camera chuffer, aren't I? I'm a camera chuffer. So, I'd quite like to pick up a cheap and cheerful 360 degree camera. What's going on here? I've never used Amazon here before on this computer, so it don't know me, and it won't show me what I want. 360 degree camera. Now, I've seriously considered this, picking one of these up. You don't have to get a really expensive one. You can get a cheap one. Obviously, cheap will provide shit images though, won't it? And I won't be able to import them to the computer or anything. I've done this before when I bought a God, there's so many options. I've done this before when I bought an action camera and I thought I'll go for the cheap Chinese one, and then it exported all the images in cheap Chinese format and I couldn't put them on the computer. But you can pick up a 360 degree, look, there's GoPro, let's start with GoPro because it's a name that we know. GoPro 360 degree, it won't be the best sound quality, it might not even be the best image quality, but it will be 360 degrees, digital, unbreakable stabilization. That's 500 quid. It's quite a lot of money. But you stick that on and then you go somewhere and then you can look at it in virtual reality. I could show you places that I've been in virtual reality and then it would give me an excuse to go out. You see what they're doing here? 360 degree and stereo audio. You want binaural audio, don't you? That's what you want for that. But, so that's the start point, I guess. And then the other options. Then you get down here and look at the other options. That one's the expensive job. Look at that. Theta X, nearly £1,000. I'm not paying that for that. For business. Oh, this is a professional one, look. And this is what I was saying, they're using this sort of stuff more and more these days, aren't they, look? Using this sort of stuff more and more. They've got hard hats on. They're obviously doing a survey. Got it on a stick there as well. Professional. But that stick cost 50 quid. That's the inside of a car like you've never seen it before. Yep. That's interesting to me though, you know, I wonder how many people would, what I also wonder, used to do a Right Move watch looking for a new house, the 360 degree, alright, so you do it for, there you go, you see, I could advertise myself to, well I suppose the estate agents have already got their own photography guy, haven't they, but, or gal, or person of a non-specific gender, but I could advertise my services to them and I could go around houses and photograph them as a part-timer. Waterproof floating hand grip. Oh, I suppose the camera's also waterproof. I was going to say, what kind of idiot wants to put their camera in the water, but the camera is waterproof, isn't it? I get you now. Waterproof floating hand grip, 16 quid. But I've considered that as an option. I just wonder how many people would actually watch 4K virtual reality video. I bet it won't even be 4K, but you know what I mean? I wonder how many people will be interested in watching a virtual reality video on... That's weird. Why did we lose connection then? Are we still rolling? We're still rolling. I'll check. Still rolling. But it just told me I lost connection then. Weird, isn't it? You got a surfboard mount. Follow your dog around with it. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking now, I wonder if I could get a virtual reality camera on top of my dog. What's this one? This one looks like the business. Actually, like the business. It looks like business-like, doesn't it? Ooh, chuffing hell. £3,000. You've got to be shitting me. £3,000. The dog can't play on that. Dog's not allowed on this one. This one's £3,000.
So I just wanted to take a second and cover the different plans that we offer so you have a better idea of which one will work best for you.
What do you mean plans? You can't be signing up as well. Professional business. Unbelievable. They expect you to buy the camera for £3,000 and sign up so that they keep getting money because they're not content with selling cameras. They probably don't sell enough of them for £3,000. So to make the business work, they've also got a subscription service as well. Fuck off. Frankly, I just want to say, fuck off. I'll say it as straightforward as I can. The gimbal's only 100 quid. I might buy one of them if they're only 100 quid. Gimbals have come right down in price these days. But, the stabilizers. But you are fucking kidding me. $3,500 for that camera. I guarantee you in 2 years' time, these cameras will be around for about, you know, a tenth of the price. And it would be one of these companies where they've got like more, the people who are buying these have got more money than sense, haven't they? We're like some professionals. So it's like you're a big business, you need your 3D camera or whatever, your boss has told you to get it, it's on the company budget, and you're a big business, chuff it, buy the big one, buy the expensive one. I bet 2 grand of that is profit. 3 grand, you've got to be fucking shitting me. I mean, I'm into my cameras and that, so I can see why it would be expensive. You want to have a proper, you know, proper setup in there, in that box. Don't you? You'd have to for 3 grand. You can't even change the, or you don't want to change the lenses, do you? Because it's 360 degree lensing. But that's what I'd need if I wanted to do that business. But my competitors are using those, aren't they? The chuffers. You have to invest in that and hope it makes you your money back. By going around people's houses and photographing them for the... I bet if you live in London and you've got the posh estate agents in London, then it's alright. But for me... I can't even look at that anymore. I can't even look at that anymore. It's made me feel uncomfortable and hot. 3 grand for a chuffing... 3 grand. Alright. We're going to do... we've got 40 minutes more of this stream, so we're going to do some words. We're going to have to restart from level 1. This will be easy. This will just be easy. This will relax you now after worrying about that 3 grand. It should be easier, but all I can see is earred, dared, reared. I put eared. It's not eared. It is eared. I made up a word and I got one. Reared. I was reared on a farm once. Couldn't sit down for weeks. Do you get it? Because I was reared on the... Anyway, forget it. Reared. Reader. Reader. Dear reader. That's a nice one, Nigel. I like that. That's one of my favourites today. Dear reader. Dear. Dear's in it. Dear is in it. Dear reader. Dear reader. Dearest reader. That's all that I can think about now is dear reader. Editor's note. Tips from the Beano. Do you get your sex tips from the Beano? Whee! But we haven't managed to make it out of the woods yet. Reed. Out of the reeds. We made it out of the reeds. We don't need 1 letter. Now we only need 1 point. Whoa! Rear, of course. Reared and rear. We're all in. We've got 44 out of 41. We're all in the next round now. Dreamwatcher got us over the line there. And got a big one. Well done, Dreamwatcher. Well done. Reed's making me think of Oliver Reed. That's another thing that we can show you next round. Eared. I got eared. Cheeky, using my word. I got that one. Copying. No, it's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. Well done, everyone. Well done, team. I think we should have a game like this. Right. Exactly, Drunk Oliver Reed. That's what we're going to look at. I think we should have a game like this, but they should take us up a level. We should be flying a spaceship or doing something dangerous, and it should be on you to do your bit in chat. And if it goes wrong, then it crashes and burns. But I think we could handle it. You know, I think we could handle remote keyhole surgery in chat. Could you imagine that? Remote keyhole surgery in chat. And you have to type like left up, left down, snip, left up, stitch, suture, and try and do the remote surgery in chat. That could be the future of healthcare, couldn't it? Stream remote surgery in chat. Let's do this then. Oliver Reed, because he is a hero. But there is something difficult about this as well. For me personally, because I stopped drinking because I felt I was going down this sort of road. I used to behave boorishly, to be honest. If I got really drunk, I'd behave boorishly. I'd probably be a bit more, what's the word? Forward with ladies and my opinions. I'd probably go a bit more in the pub, you know, in the pub, you quickly say. He is a bit of a, you know, a rock and roll icon in the UK, Oliver Reed, an actor and wild one himself. And it's the looking up to this. It's the admiring this. It's the like, this is our culture. This was on the fucking telly, bear in mind. This is the same in America. It's our culture. It's the Western culture. This is on the telly. They're looking at him funny. The other guests, Clive Anderson and Sue Pollard, are looking at him funny because, you know, he's a bit, who knows which way this is going to go. But, and you don't really get drunk for the telly, but this guy did. And everyone's laughing and cheering and clapping. Like, no one's saying, hang on, you really need help. Well, they did. They did think that. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like this culture of alcoholism. And it's okay because we've got pubs on every corner. And it's promoted on the chuffing it. I don't know if it's still on the telly adverts for booze, but yeah, no, it's still promoted. If you want to get yourself a drug habit, why not get a drink habit, eh? If you get a drink habit, no one's going to point the finger at you and say that you're a chuffer. Whereas with me, smoking my weed, they're like, oh, I can smell weed, fucking Yeah, you can, yeah. I can smell your beer breath, I'm not fucking complaining. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Society's so, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, he died during the filming of Gladiator. Fucking hell. I didn't know that. But like, he ran himself into the ground with drink, and it was seen as this sort of rock and roll lifestyle. I admired it when I was a kid. I admired it. When I was growing up, I was like, yeah, let's get drunk and out of control. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have giant weed billboards in America. Wow, that's incredible. I still think smoking's bad, obviously. I still think smoking's bad. I think the best way of ingesting it is, like, I like cooking cakes. I like making cakes, vegan cakes, experimenting with trying to make a good vegan cake, and putting a bit of weed in. And it makes me feel happy and fun. And it don't do me any harm, I don't think. But smoking does me damage. I still do it. I'm probably the last generation that will, but smoking does me damage. Death by drink is terrible. I was on that road myself. I used to finish work hairdressing. I've told it many a time on stream. I used to finish work hairdressing, and then I'd get to the pub and have a couple of beers, maybe with a client, maybe the last client, you know, I'll buy you a drink, whatever. And then I'd go home, and on the way home, I'd stop by the we call it the one-stop shop, the 7-Eleven, whatever. I'd pop home and I'd just pick up 8 cans of beer, just make sure that the fridge was full, and then I'd sit down and play FIFA. Oh, bang the microphone then. I'd play FIFA on the Xbox and drink all the beer. And then, you know, let's start that again next day. Once I drunk 8 cans of beer, I was pretty drunk. I'd already been to the pub, but then I felt like having a couple of, like, strong rum or something to finish me off. That was just me in my 20s, just normal. That was, like, no one was saying that's a bit fucking weird. Everyone was like, yeah, it's alright, we go drinking, do you want to go to the pub? I think it's weird, our drinking culture, the way we're so pro, well, not pro, but you know what I mean? I think it's so weird. Yeah, let's see, so normalised, that's the word, normalised. Your hospital's decided to ignore it on employee drug tests. Yeah, exactly, it's not a drug anymore, is it, alcohol? And even my parents, you know, my dad used to give me so much shit about, oh, you're on these drugs, smoking that weed is drugs. And like, now he's got an alcohol problem that he can't get himself out of. It's weird. It's weird to me. Yeah, let's see Oliver entertaining. He's drunk, but he's, like someone said in chat, Angie said, rambunctious. I was known. Oh, you stopped doing the test for cannabis. Sorry, the test for cannabis. Well, that would make sense. Like, if I worked in a stressful thing all day and I wanted to smoke a bit of weed in the evening and then go to work the next day, I wouldn't expect to be kicked out for that. Yeah, Keith Moon was a major outsider from the. I went to see the Who. Playing live, not the original lineup, but it's interesting that the audience response to this is like positive, isn't it? And it's like to have a big laugh. And he's not mean and angry, Oliver Reed. He's not causing people. He's not going kicking people's doors in. So it's all right. He's only destroying himself. Nobody does it before work. I chuff him would. I shouldn't say that out loud, but I've got a bit of a tolerance. I know where my levels are, so I wouldn't pack a great big bong and blow my head off, but I would have a little chifa just to take the edge off, and I would actually perform better. I've tested it. And I got to take it. But maybe not in the sense, in the work context as you work in, where people's lives are at risk. Maybe not that. You know, maybe I wouldn't operate heavy machinery. But certainly certain aspects of my life. I mean, you'd be surprised with hairdressing. You know, me being not massively stoned, so I don't know what's going on and I can't find my fucking scissors. That's no good. But me just being... It's reminding me, I was only 19 or 20. I was quite young. No, actually, it must have been younger. I must have been 17 or 18 because I'd left school and I'd joined the college, but some of my other peers had stayed on at A-levels at the school because I did posh... Not posh. It wasn't financially... It was grammar school, so you stayed on at A-levels and you went to Cambridge, or you got, like me... I didn't get kicked out. I was allowed to stay, but I chose to leave because I wanted to grow my hair long and shave a Mohican and all sorts, get piercings. So I left and went to college. But on that summer, there was a party, and it was like a party, like, let me just get my words out. It was a party for the slightly more posh. You know, everyone was dressed up in their nice shoes, and I was invited because I was still part of the school group. But because I'd gone to college, I was maybe a little bit out of their group. Do you know what I mean? I was like on the fringe of the group, and I went to this party, and I had my nice smart shoes on because I was told you have to wear smart shoes for this party. And they had a dance floor, and I got drunk, and I noticed that it was like flamenco dancing. My smart shoes were making this stampy sound on the dance floor when I was dancing. So I just like played along with it and had like fun. I was doing like flamenco dancing, bang, 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 bang with my heels. And actually I was a bit like this. I was a bit drunk and out of control, and I think people probably thought I was a bit of a dick, but I was having fun. So there you go. It's funny the way these things happen. Yeah, we thought he was funny then. He's a good actor. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Back then we just thought it was funny. We just like, and like, that's okay and that's funny. But when your dad's fallen over and banged his head and you don't know where he's banged it, and you know, stuff like that, you start worrying about your family, don't you? I used to drink with normal people, which I don't find it that extraordinary, but I think it's actually quite endearing. That he wouldn't just, I mean, there's so many videos of him here drunk, aren't there? But he wouldn't just, he would, I don't know if I can find a video of it, but he'd just go to normal pubs. Like, you know, he's a bit of a star, a bit of a celebrity, but he'd just go in a normal pub and spend his day in the pub, like, with normal people. Yeah, I can't really find a video of it here, but there's Hurricane Higgins. God, we're getting into them now. We're getting into them. It was actually not just him, wasn't it? It wasn't just him. There were other people involved as well. There were other wild childs that got drunk and acted out, but it was seen as part of the rock and roll lifestyle because drinking is just acceptable. Weird. Weird to me, that is weird. Right. Let's do some more words. You never saw your parents intoxicated? I didn't know my parents... I didn't know that there was another form. I thought drunk was median standard. Shall we have another crack at another level then? Let's have another crack at another level. 3, 2, 1. You're about to come into the room. The room is now open. I throw. This is a tough one. Why do they do these tough ones? They know that you're smart, that's why. They know you're smart. Your dad was an alcoholic, so I should... yeah. It's much more generational, I think, these days, but it's still something that goes on. Theory! Look at that! It's not just a theory, not just a conspiracy theory, it's a game theory. It's... I can see theory there now. It's weird, isn't it? Now when you said the word, I can see it. But before, all I could see was Hiorti. Reth. It's not a word, is it? Reth. I'll write it, but it won't be a word. We're trying, so we're going for the you know, experimental words. That's fine. Go for the experimental words. Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships. Old Helen, didn't she? Old Helen of Troy. She launched 1,000 ships. I don't know if I believe that, because did they have thousands of ships back then? Apparently so. Roy. We're just going for the experimental words. I mean, this is what goes on in my brain, so I might as well try it. Royth. You can use whatever you like. If it comes up, it comes up. If it don't, it don't. I don't know what the rules are, to be honest, Ange. ETOT, abbreviation for alcohol, ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid, isn't it? Ethanol. Tory. Tory should come up. The bastards. Tory should come up, shouldn't it? You're allowed, whatever that is, Hoa. Hoa. I thought my sister was a hoe, but her friend was a hoa. Was more of a hoa. Roth. Roth should have been in as well. That's German for red, isn't it? Roth. So that should have been in. Did we get there? We got there. We got there. I didn't even notice. Well done, team. Well done. Yeah, sorry that your dad was an alcoholic, but I do think as well I'd pass that off quite with, you know, blasé attitude. Because like I said, I just got used to all the adults in my life being kind of alcoholics, and I didn't realise they were alcoholics, nor did they. And some of them won't even admit it to this day. Some of them managed to, you know, stop drinking as much, and some of them didn't. I certainly followed in their footsteps, and by the age of 18 was drinking heavily every day, and I had to stop it myself. I had to like notice it in myself and say, hang on, I don't like this. It's not doing me any good. I'm going to have to stop that. Your brother's are alcoholics. It's not, again, I think it's not, I'm going to repeat this point, and it's just something we just got onto today, isn't it? But it's not difficult to see why in society these days people end up in these conditions, because it was never, you know, it was on the telly. It was like just a bit of fun. Every third building is a pub, selling alcohol in all the shops. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? The way society was, is, and maybe is changing. Maybe is changing. Maybe. Here's another one of him.
A woman will never, ever forgive.
And there's me smiling as well. I know what's about to happen, and I'm smiling, even though it's kind of terrible, his behaviour.
A man that he fucks her. She is the receiver.
Never forgives him if he doesn't.
I'll buy that, sir. I'll buy that. So we walk in every plank, in every regiment, in every corps, in everything, that you are the receivers. You take our seed, you look after our babies, and we'll go do the hunting for you.
I don't believe in the death penalty, but I can see that there is a strong public argument.
He gave that woman a big kiss, and she's a feminist.
There is, and there's a passionate public feeling about the death penalty.
Do I have to, am I expected to?
No, of course you're not expected to be done with that. Oliver, please. Please. It's clearly upset Kate.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, he gave her a big kiss. And I know it's not, you know, I'm laughing because it's just completely inappropriate, isn't it? But, you know, she's on the complete other side of this political opinion.
I don't believe in the
Look, you guys, it's just...
You look after our babies, and we'll go do the hunting for you.
I don't believe it.
Look at her face. She does not like that, Oliver.
In the death penalty, but I can see that there is a strong...
Oh, and these days you'd probably even call that like a sexual assault, wouldn't you, or something? You know, it's in the workplace, because they're theoretically all at work, aren't they? At least I hope they're being paid.
Public argument on
There is, and there's a passionate public feeling about the death penalty.
Do I have to, am I expected to?
No, of course you're not expected to be done.
And I still can't help but laugh and shake my head and go like, oh, even because it's cultured into me to feel this way, you know. But
Oliver, please. It's clearly upset Kate.
I'm very sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Very sorry. Just had a slash came over here.
She's trying not to laugh herself now because of the way he is. And this is the other thing about it, actually, is that, you know, we can watch this. Oliver Reed gets in this position because he's a likeable guy, isn't he? He's doing cheeky things, but not vile, horrible things. Okay, nice to see you here, Uncontrolled Historian. Go and have a good day. Make sure to check out later on our channel. Make sure to check out that indie game development paradise documentary that I made. It's a labour of love that I put a lot of love into, and I'd love it if people could just watch it and enjoy it. So after a number of years, I've decided to give up trying to sell it and just try and get it out there now. So go and have a little look at that. Enjoy yourself. We'll have another couple of rounds of words, and we'll probably won't do so well without you. So we'll have another couple of rounds of words, and then we probably won't do so well without you. So we'll need you next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, words on stream. Every Wednesday, 2 p.m. GMT over here, having a bit of a chat, a bit of a chuff, some words, making light of the world so that we don't have to feel down all the time. And she can't help but laugh on this, can she?
Sorry, but I mean, that's aggressive, it's obnoxious.
It is both aggressive and obnoxious, yes.
No,
Is that something you want to visit upon someone you've invited to your program?
I think it's...
Now this is funny, she's turning it on the others. Is that something you want to visit on people you've invited? So it's your fault for sitting me next to this chuffer.
I think it is unacceptable.
Oliver, you've been a bore.
Sorry.
You've been a bore, and you know you have.
Sorry.
Right.
To be fair, he does apologise, and that's what I was saying. He gets away with things because he's apologetic, he's a cheeky chappy, you know, he's not trying to be malicious, but there's a fine line between that and something like, you know, a bit worse. And you're on telly there, so you've got the cameras on you, so maybe you're behaving the best you can, and that's still not good enough. There's a fine line between that and something worse, isn't there?
You mean the sorrow?
No, he doesn't.
Do you want me to go?
No. I'd love it if you would. I think you're an awful bully. And I think it's appalling that anybody should have to put up with it.
Do you want me to go?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Gentlemen?
I think you should.
I think that's the collective
consensus.
opinion.
Good night.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good
night, ladies.
Good
And it takes a bit of a, like, no one's laughing there now, is it? Takes a bit of a funny turn, doesn't it? Takes a bit of a funny turn. But what I would say is he offered to leave. They didn't force him out. But as soon as he opened up that chink of the door, they were all like, yeah, fucking get out. So maybe they were all a bit afraid to say, you know, what they really think to the boorish drunk. You know, interesting stuff. I'll tell you what as well. You wouldn't get a program like this on the telly again these days, would you? Back then, you only had 3 channels, and one of them of a late night was taken up with this shit. Get off. They're all just sat on sofas having a chat. Get off. It's got to be a bit more punky than that these days, hasn't it? It's got to be a bit more punky and pokey than that. Got to have a bit more poke in your show. Got to have words, mate. Got to have some words. Right, Uncontrolled Historians, top of our leaderboard, and now we've lost our top speller. So can't spell, can't type, distracted, and time delay. You're doomed. Are you ready then? Let's see if we can even do a level without. If we can't even get through this level, don't tell Uncontrolled Historian. They can watch this back later, but don't tell them. When they come back next week, say, oh, it was fine without you. We got all the words. Don't tell them. No, tell them it's fine. If you're struggling, let people know. Don't wave while you're drowning. 1. Let's go. Oh, God. 8 to tid. 8. Talk about this. 8. Ed to it. To it. Attitude. Look at that. Dreamwatcher's our new Uncontrolled Historian. Dreamwatcher's our new leader. Attitude. Look at that. Well done, Dreamwatcher. I'm going to write what I think is a word, but it's probably not a word. Date. That's a nice one as well. I like that. Because it makes me think of, like, things you eat, but also a nice date. Like having a date, a blind date. I got Chew It, but it hasn't let Chew It in. I'll tell you a story about Chew It in a bit. But it hasn't let it in, which is a bit of a shitter as far as I'm concerned. Come on, team. We've got the top one, so... duet. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Ooh. Tutti! Tutti frutti! Oh, Rudy! Tutti frutti! Oh, Rudy! That's a good one. I like that. We're going name Sue! Tutti frutti! Ooh! Tutti frutti! Ooh! Spirit levels, well done. Nice to see you here again, Spirit levels. We've already had attitude, I'm afraid, but it's still a good word to get. Well done. Your brain is still functioning. Use this stream as a measure to see if your brain is still functioning after the night before. But don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. Don't have to apologise. It's fine. It's fine. I actually appreciated it. Seeing it twice made me think how good. We've made it. We've made it. Look at that adio, Lindsay. I'm so impressed. And Sophie, you're new. Sophie, hello. Nice to see you. You're not new. I've seen you here before, haven't I? I have seen you here before. Tied. It got us over the line. Tied in time waits for no person. Don't need to be sexist these days, thank you. Tied in time waits for no person. I wanted to show you this. So I don't know if I can get PC Paint open anymore these days. Does it have Paint on this computer? Type here to search. Paint. It does! I thought they'd binned it off. Right, so Paint, and now I need to do a new window. Window capture, and it's called Paint. Okay, and it's Paint. Okay, there it is. So what I want to show you is this. Can I show you this? Right, no, undo. I want to draw a circle. It's not got a circle tool. I haven't been on Paint for a long time. Must have a circle tool. There you go. There you go. Look, that's a circle. Right, there's a circle. And I want the text now. Where's the text? Come on, Paint. You're supposed to be able to put text. There it is. There it is. What's this? What's he doing now on the internet? What's he doing? This is a lesson. This is a lesson, honestly, a lesson that my teacher... It was the last day of term. You remember the last day of term? Do you remember the last day of term? They do the big assembly and everyone goes in the big assembly. And for our school, we had this room called Big School. I'll show you this. You'll laugh. You'll laugh because it is actually kind of funny. You might not laugh, but KES Stratford upon Avon. If I just type that, it will show you the big school interior. It will. There it is. This room here, open image in a new... Actually, this is a better image of it. Open image. Oh, it's a bit... Have we got a nice, sharp image? That's a good one. Open image in a new tab. It hasn't changed. That room there... Oh, you can't see it because paint's in the way. There it is. That room there, right? You're going to think, what the chuff? You didn't go to school in a room like that. Yes, I fucking did. They weren't all like that. We had the modern buildings as well. We had a quadrangle courtyard with modern buildings and tech labs and all that. But the old building, the original school, was built onto the chapel. So there was a chapel and a schoolroom, and it was also almshouses. And William Shakespeare went to school in that room. William Shakespeare went to school in that room. Okay? No joke of a lie. This is it from the outside. Open image in a new tab. That's it from the outside. Now what you can't see is on the other side of those buildings, on the other side, that whole other side of the area is now proper school, like built properly. Am I going to be able to find a picture of the rest of the school? I mean, they don't take pictures of the rest of it because it's not as picturesque. This is the other side of that building. Open link in a new window. Not that. Open image in a new tab. That. So this is the other side of that. Can't even zoom in. But you can see you're looking at the back of the church there, and where we're stood is in this concrete courtyard. Surrounding the concrete courtyard are new buildings. So you've got all new buildings, but that corner is the old schoolhouse, the old chapel, the old almshouses, and the old headmaster's house, all in that corner. And it was built by Shakespeare's dad, not even kidding, Shakespeare's dad. He was one of the many, they formed what's called a guild, where they put their money together. He was a glove maker, and there were other people, and they put the money together and built a school for the town, basically. So I went to school in Shakespeare's old school room. That's where we did the end of year assembly. If you turn around, if you're looking at that and you turn around, you've got the same space behind you. It was one big room. So we did that assembly in that room sometimes, but people used to faint. I'm not even kidding. We crammed 1,000 people into there and they fainted, and it was too hot. So we binned it off in the end, and we stopped using this room as a schoolroom. But when I was at school, I learned Latin in that schoolroom. I should do a walk and talk video. Yeah, I could do that actually. That would be quite fun. I need to get the 3D camera, don't I? But I used to take Latin lessons in that room, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The Latin teacher would say, "Don't look at me." Honestly, the Latin teacher would say to us, "Don't look at me, look at the text. Look at the text, boy. Boy, look at," they call everyone boy. Boy, look at the text. And you'd be so scared, you wouldn't know if he was talking to you or not, so you wouldn't look up in case it was, Anyway, so we're in this room, and we're doing the end of year assembly. Showed you that now. Look, it's a lovely old quaint place, isn't it? We're in this room, and we're doing the end of year assembly. That's a 3D printer, you don't need to see that. That's Oliver Reed. Look, where PC paint, that's what I wanted. And the deputy headmaster comes up, Mr. Browning, and he's got this circle with the word chew it written on it. He's got this, and he holds it up in front of us. It's a little lesson, life lesson for us all. And he said, "Look, this is what I got as a present for Christmas." It wasn't Christmas, it was summer now. We're all about to go off for summer. All about to go off for summer. He's like, I've got this as a present for Christmas. And look what it is. And we're like, what's going on here? And he says, "Do you know what this is? Anyone know what this is? You in chat, you can tell me if you know what this is. Do you know what this is?" He got it as a present for Christmas. Do you know what it is? Anyone in chat? Do you know what this is? Anyone know? It's a round to it. Oh. It's a round to it, isn't it? It's round, and it's a to it. It's a round to it. He's got a round to it. Why has he been given a round to it? Oh, because round to it, because his wife, or his mother-in-law, I think he said, if I remember correctly, his mother-in-law said, "You always say you're going to fix that shelf, but you never get around to it. You've never got around to it. Now you've been given a round to it. I've give you a round to it. So now you can fix that shelf. You've got no excuses now. Got no excuses. Make sure you get around to it. So there you go. Isn't that a lovely little lesson, little life lesson? Because it made me think, it made us all think, didn't it? Is there a little job that you've been putting off? Is there a little job you've been putting off? It never gets done, does it? You're going to get around to it. Well, now you've got around to it. Get on and fucking do it. It's actually quite an important lesson. I wouldn't be here streaming if I thought about it all the time. Today, when I woke up and it was raining, I didn't want to get out of bed. Honestly, I didn't. I get depressed. That's one of my struggles. You know, you've probably got similar struggles. It's not easy to say, today's the day I'm going to attack that thing. Certainly, some of the things that we want to, I say attack, I mean proactively engage in and get on with. Hello, Charlie. Hello. Nice to see you here. It's always easier to say, I'll get around to it, isn't it? But give yourself a round to it. Give yourself one and get around to it. It's only by stepping into... another example, someone asked me on Twitch the other day, they were talking about streaming, like, how do you get into streaming and what have you. The main thing is to switch on the chuffing computer and start talking. Like, it doesn't matter what your job is, it doesn't matter what your thing is that you've got to do. It doesn't matter what your list is. The music's kicking off a bit now, Genshin. Calm yourself. It doesn't matter what's on your list. Get that round to it. Get on it. The 50% of the job is getting it started. The other 50% does itself once you started. Gets things started. Doesn't matter what they are. Whatever your thing is that you're thinking about doing. Whatever your dream watch is on top of our list here. Whatever dreams you're watching off in the distance. Bring them close. Get them done. Let's get cracking on them. The longest journey starts with a single step. And nothing happens if you don't start stepping. And you'd be surprised, even if it's only small steps day by day, eventually you start getting somewhere. And you look back and you say, God, a year ago, I didn't even have the pens and paper, but now I'm drawing proper artist things. A year ago, I didn't even know how to open up OBS, but now I'm streaming. A year ago, I didn't even, I wasn't even running 10 kilometers. Couldn't even run for the bus. Now I'm doing a mile. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Chuffing hell, Genshin. Genshin Impact's getting all hyped. I just want the calm music. I just want the calm music, thank you. Keep me calm. But that's a good little life lesson there, isn't it? All your dreams are to live a simple life. That's a good one. Get doing it then. Time to burn the telly in the back garden. No, do it in the front garden so all the neighbours can see. Set fire to the telly. But yeah, interesting little thing. Interesting little thing. Those fields are bright yellow. Oh, I bet they are. We forgot rapeseed. I like to call it rapeseed and not just the word ratapata because it's such an aggressive word, isn't it? Such a horrible word, ratapata. But rapeseed, yeah, we got those in our areas. The dog loves chuffing around in them. We've got Mr. and Mrs. Deer who like running around, the deers, and then we've got the dog. Right, we've got time for one more round. Are you ready? We've got time for one more round. Let's have you. I'll show you this as well now. I introduce you to so many things. If you, not everyone's from America here, but those that are getting shown the UK world. This is Delia Smith. If I could spell it right. Delia Smith. She's a famous chef, right? In fact, before we show you, let's show you the egg. Delia Smith, she's a famous chef. She showed everyone how to cook on the telly, and she was that concerned. She did boiled eggs. She showed you how to boil an egg. She did a telly programme. You won't believe it, but it's true. She did a telly programme. Oh, Jamie Oliver's done it as well. How to boil an egg. It's the most basic. She did a show called How to Cook.
There's a better way to make money on Amazon than selling physical.
Shut up, you. I like your freckles, but I don't like the way you're so obnoxious. Right, look, she did this. She's a chef, one of these telly chefs. Look.
Let it simmer and boil and reduce down till it's lost about a quarter of its volume and slightly thickened. And
she's also quite posh, you might notice. Quite posh.
So give that a stir, and then as it comes up to simmering, just keep adding the wine.
She's one of these keeping up with the Joneses, wealthy, spending her money on herself. She's one of those sort of people. And when she got quite rich, she decided to invest in football club. I don't know why. Don't know what she was doing investing in a football club. But a football club weren't doing so well. So she went out onto the pitch after having got drunk at half time and spoke to the fans, which was completely inappropriate. And she'd never lived this down.
A message for the best football supporters in the world.
She's obviously drunk, isn't it? A message, and she's staggering, for the best football supporters in the world. She's obviously drunk. And she's got a financial interest in this football club. And if they get relegated, she's going to lose a lot of money. So she wants them to stay in the league. So she wants the fans to get behind them. So she's that concerned with her financial interests that she'll stagger out onto the pitch wearing a fur. Is that real fur? Disgusting. If it's real fur, she's disgusting. She'll stagger out onto the pitch with her manager, who obviously doesn't want her to be there. Can I have the microphone back, please, Delia? No, I've got a money stake in this. I'm full of truffles and champagne, and I'm going to go and talk to the common people.
Come on!
That's it. Talk in terms that they will understand. Talk to the common people in terms they'll understand. Where are you? Let's be having you. Let's be having you. You're all money to me. You buy me food. You buy me books. And now you buy me... She's not from Stoke. You buy me books. And now you buy me fucking football tickets. Let's be having you. Yeah. Do you know what as well? I don't think she actually is posh. There are people that are born into money, aren't there? There are people that are actually posh, like Lord this and Lady that. Oh, we're posh. We're posh. And then there are people that get rich through being like selfish and greedy. And then they think they're posh because they try and keep up with the Joneses, and they shop at, like, no offence to anyone, but, you know, they shop at Waitrose and Marks and Spencer. They think they're posh, but actually they're just aspirational. Or another way to look at it would be that they look down their noses at other people, and that they have to have some sort of status in life, and to achieve that status they need other people to have a lower status. It's not just good enough you doing well for yourself, but you need to show that you're doing better than others. You know, there's a part of that in her as well, isn't there? So
Where are you? Where are
yeah!
Let's be having you! Come on!
Obviously, she's got a financial stake in this business, so it's important that they do well. So she's actually encouraging the fans here to help encourage the team, and she feels that will help her finances. Bit of a tongue-in-cheek, bit of a joke. She was smiling at the end, but god damn it, Delia. What are you doing?
A message for the best football supporters in the world.
The best football supporters in the world. Getting pissed up and get me on the pitch. Get me on the pitch. You don't have Waitrose and Marks Spencer. I'm not dissing anyone who does like a Waitrose, you know, onion or whatever. I'm not dissing them that much. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a supermarket. This used to make me laugh. This used to make me laugh, actually. I'll say it with a big face. A friend of mine who used to work with us in hairdressing was very, very funny. His name was Isaac Lee, and he was a very funny chap. I love him. He's a great guy. We should get him on the show sometime. He used to say that, you know, don't get all hoity-toity about shopping in Waitrose, because it's just a shop, isn't it? It's just a supermarket. Rich people aren't shopping in Waitrose, are they? Lord Ashcroft or, you know, Lady Thatcher, she's not shopping in Waitrose. Waitrose is a supermarket in the UK. God, we'll have one more round of words in just a minute. Let me just show you what Waitrose is. It's a supermarket in the UK, but they advertise it like they're better than other supermarkets. Like, you get normal food in Tesco's, and then in Waitrose, you get like, I can't even, it's not even doing it on YouTube for me. You get like it's cleaner, it's nicer, it's cleaner, nicer. You have a range of champagne, a range of different champagnes. You'll have like the finest line-hooked haddock from the Scottish Highlands. And in Tesco, you'll get the same piece of fish, just in a different box that doesn't say the finest line-cooked, truffle-fed. You know, it's just a posh supermarket. But the joke is, on the people that shop at Waitrose, the products aren't any different. They come from the same factories as Tesco. The products aren't much different. They're just dressed up a bit more differently. And the joke on the people that shop at Waitrose is that the prices are more expensive because of that. They use a lot of these posh celebrity chefs in their marketing. So it's a marketing trick. Waitrose is a marketing trick that if you think you're better than other people, you'll go there and shop there because you've got a problem with your sense of status. But actually, you're buying the same goods just for more money. in a different shop. It's a bit of a marketing trick, in my opinion. So the joke of it, in my opinion, I couldn't find it on YouTube, but I changed the... you can't see what I'm saying. The joke of it, in my opinion, I can't find anything that's like particularly Waitrose-y here, but you kind of get the gist. It's not a normal supermarket where normal people shop. They don't have like extra value goods. It's not about value, it's about posh and spend a bit more and get something a bit better. Sweet potato frittata, it's wholemeal bread. You know, it's this sort of shit. So, but the joke is you can get that, you're still shopping in a supermarket. The higher prices keep the riffraff away, that's it, yeah. You're not going to bump into such common people, so many common people in the supermarket at Waitrose. You're not going to keep, it helps people, that's the way I see it. Helps people feel better about themselves, yeah. But what you will find is that you're shopping in a fucking supermarket. So you're going to be going around with a trolley and putting things in your basket and paying them for them. It's just a fucking supermarket. You're not posh. Do you know where the posh people shop? They don't actually go to the super. The posh people have it delivered by like Fortnum and Mason. I probably don't even know where the posh people shop. But the posh people probably have it delivered from somewhere like this, don't they? You know, the posh people go somewhere like that, Fortnum and Mason. It's got carpets and it's got different floors. This is the confectionery floor, not the confectionery aisle, the confectionery floor at Fortnum and Mason in London. Like the posh people, open image in a new tab. The posh people get their food delivered from Harvey Nicks or from Harrods or from Fortnum and Mason. The posh people, farm shops as well, that's good people. They don't bother shopping for food. No, they get people to deliver it for them. They probably go out to eat a lot more. So if you're really in that elite status, you know, you're going to afternoon tea, aren't you? You're not going to Waitrose. Get over yourself. If you shop at Waitrose, get over yourself. It's just a fucking supermarket. You think you're posh, it's just going in a shop. Like on Absolutely Fabulous. I don't know if it'll do this, but... You just work in a shop. This is how I feel about this. Whoa, whoa, no, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is this? You only work in a shop. Oh, right, okay. They put some political thing at the start. I'm not advertising whatever they said. I don't know what it meant. I didn't read it. This is what I'm thinking about. This is what I like.
You only work in a shop, you know, you can drop the attitude.
It's not even the whole thing. You only work in a shop, you can drop the attitude.
I just want to get some. What else have you got?
We're a specialist gallery. Perhaps if you knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
You get these shops in London, we're a specialist gallery, you know, they don't have items on sale. There's like 2 or 3 things in the window and you walk in and there's nothing to pick up or buy.
Is this what else would help? Oh yeah, I want to, buy some art. I'm a collector. I like sort of modern stuff.
Please come downstairs.
And she says to her at the end, because the girl was rude to her.
See what we can do.
You only work in a shop, you can drop the attitude.
You only work in a shop, you can drop the attitude. That's Waitrose. That's Waitrose all over. It's just a fucking supermarket. If they got trolleys, yeah. Yeah, they got a load of food in plastic packaging, yeah. Where does that food come from? The same factory as it comes from for Tesco. There's not 10 different Highland fish producers, are there? There's one, and they're selling it food in supermarkets. So it's just fucking stupid that Waitrose has that. People have that attitude about shops. If you want to be posh, you want to get into that extra echelon, like I say, if you're in the Elon Musk world or whatever, Elon Musk's not posh, Elon Musk is nouveau riche. But if you're Lord, the Queen doesn't go to fucking Waitrose, does she? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Ooh, a game I wish for is on sale. Flight Simulator. Ooh, we'll have to set a flag for that. I don't know how that works, but I'll show you this quickly while we're talking, and then I'll do one more round, and then I'm looking at this on... I've now got a PC, so I can use Steam and buy any game. Simulator. Steam is this... I don't know if you know this, but Steam is an online marketplace for games. You buy them online and you play them through this marketplace. It's like, it's just a website for gaming, isn't it? Steam. You have an account, you buy your games on there, and then you play them either online or download them through this. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looking interesting to me. I'll take you on a journey. We'll go together. We'll go. I'll be the plane. I'll fly the plane, and you can be a passenger. And I don't know if it's the sort of thing is that going to be good? Do you think it's going to be interesting? If you're into it, you tell me. If you're not, we won't bother. But this is a game I've considered. Because look, captured in real time 4K. This looks quite cool. Isn't it? Doesn't it look cool? I'm blown away. That's a game. That's a computer game. That's the real world. Now, I've thought about this for a long time. Yes, hello, Spirit Levels. Hello, Spirit Levels. You'd watch me playing that. You'd watch me playing that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Maybe it would work then. One of the things I think is when I was a kid, I always thought, why haven't they got a game where it's just the world, where you can drive around and fly around? Like I'd like a driving simulator, and I'd drive from my house to Oxford or somewhere like that, and I'd show you the world as we drive. It'd be interesting. Learning to drive is hard, and it's dangerous. So why not put learning to drive on the computer with the real roads? I bet there already is one. But look at this, beautiful, like you said, beautiful scenery. No guns, just drive. Yeah, exactly. No guns. I don't want any action. I want a computer game where it's just, let's chill and let's go around and look at this beautiful world together. And now we've got it, haven't we? We're nearly there. It's 4K they've recorded that in. I think it's the real world. They've digitized it, they've computerized it, but it's just blowing my mind. Look at the quality. Look at the quality. I think my computer can run it. I think we can do that together. This is something we can consider. This is on the list. Your favourite ride at Disneyland is flying all over the world. Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, you say you want this game, right? This is the other thing though. I think this looks brilliant, but I'm not certain. I don't know how much it costs at the moment. It's on my wish list. It's 50 quid. I mean, it's only 20% off. 47.99. We do get tippies. I've spent the tippies on a computer recently, and I'm saving them up again for other things. So 50 quid's a lot of money for me for a game. It's a lot of money. And if we don't get the use out of it, I'll be disappointed, because it might be, I mean, this looks great though, it looks great, but it might be, you're chipping, thanks very much. No, I'm grateful for every tippy. I haven't got the thing on screen today, have I? Where's my tippy screen thing? Well, I haven't got my tippy screen thing on, that's weird, isn't it? I'm grateful for every tippy though. Where's my coffee alerts? It's weird. Why isn't that on the screen? It should be on the screen. Let's bring it up higher. Well, that's weird. I've got the coffee alerts on the screen, but you can't see them. Anyway, I've got a coffee thing for tippies, so no. Although it's doing my head in that I can't see it. It's on the very top. Let's turn off everything else. Where's the browser? I can't even find the browser now. It's called Firefox. Let's turn off words. No, okay, we'll fix tippies another time. But I have got a tippy system, coffee.com/Ganji, and I do appreciate it because it goes into the stream. You know, we put it into the stream. So, yeah, that's potential. The worry I have is we spend 50 quid and the actual game isn't up to much. Do you know what I mean? Like, the actual game, once we've flown around a couple of places, it starts getting boring, and the actual, I don't know what's involved in the game itself. I don't know if I'll enjoy playing the game and flying it. It might be a chore, or I might find it difficult. I'd like to maybe have a demo of it first, but you know, what can you do? Something worth considering, isn't it? Something worth considering. So you like it, you like the idea, I like the idea. I've got to, you know, think about it carefully. 50 quid's a lot of money, so that's potentially coming up in the future. Should we have one more round of words then? We've done 2 hours now, and I always say we don't want to take it too long, because who can watch 5 hours every day? Not me. I can't even put up with you for 5 hours every day, let alone... I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Having you here is good. Right, one more round of words, and then we're away to the rest of our lives, and back again tomorrow. Right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. In the room. Oh, Liedtke. Liedtke. Oh, we could fly to some strange places. North Korea, that would be cool. I could crash into the presidential palace. I'm just going to try this, because it might be a word or it might not. No, I thought Kurt. Like Kurt Cobain, but an actual word. I'll have to look at that. I didn't know that was... Is it like to be short? I'm going to have to look that one up. I can't change the window now. I'll have to look it up in a minute. This is hard, though, this one, isn't it? They give us the hard ones. We need that Y. The Y has got four points. Y, CY. Is there something with a CY? Did you say actuary? Because actuary looks like a real word, and I think I can see it there in my eyes. So I don't know why you didn't get actuary. Maybe it's because of the question mark. Sorry, I stole your word. Oh, I'm such a bad person. Actuary was correct. It's just you put the question mark on it. If you just type it into chat, then it will come up. And it looks like we're going to ace this one as well. I've got such a... I tell you what, I'm so impressed by you in chat. I'm so impressed. If I were to do this on my own at home, I wouldn't get round a yurt. See, I would never have thought of that. That's like a teepee, isn't it? Crowd. That didn't come up, I'm afraid, Charlie. But oh, I thought it did then. But it's a good word. Sorry about the smell, chaps. Trod in a bosh. But without you in stream, I wouldn't be able to get any of these. I'd have been stuck on... I had catty. That was my word. But it didn't come up as a word. Well done. We nearly cleared off the whole round there. Well done. I'm impressed. Dream Watcher has come out on top. Now, for today, there is no prize, but I'm considering these options. So I'll tell you the options. In fact, we'll use the notepad. Because I like notepad. Recful used to use it. We'll use notepad. These are the 3 options. Option 1. This is for prizes. These are prize options. Option 1 is I put up a financial prize. So, money. Open brackets. I have to PayPal. Can't even write on this new keyboard. PayPal. But you want one more round? All right, we'll do one more round after I've discussed the prize money's options. You can tell me what the prize money options is. I don't like this option though, because I have to go through the rigmarole of learning all the laws and adhering to the law, and I have to let people enter the competition without being online, so I have to put up an address, and I don't have an address, a PO box, so there's problems with that. The other option is money like Bitcoin, and I think I can money Bitcoin. I think I can avoid the law there because everyone else seems to when they use Bitcoin. But my third option, my favoured option, is we set up a thing to charity. So I put together a kitty for charity. I'll put my own money in. I'll put up, like 20 quid for charity, or depending on how big the stream gets. And then if you want to put in a bit of money as well, that's fine. We'll do a GoFundMe or whatever it is. Whatever the system is, we'll put our monies together for the prize. And whoever wins can then donate. They can choose the charity. So, for example, today, Dreamwatcher would say, I like this charity, and I'd give them 20 quid. I would give them the 20 quid. I'll do it on stream so you can see it. And that's probably the best way of doing it, because that means that I don't have to worry about the law. And I don't have to worry about, I get to give money to charity, which I like as well. Oh, the cheats. Yeah, what if there's cheats? I guess there's no rules. I haven't set any rules, so I guess that's just being clever, and it just counts as being ingenuitive these days. So yeah, I guess we'd have to just you have to just be honest. I have to trust you. I guess if someone suddenly got really good and suddenly started getting all the top words every round, like, you know, I'd probably think, now you've said that. But I think charity, who would want to cheat charities? Who would want to cheat a charity? If the doggy's the prize, you get, no, there's no doggy. Not the doggy. No doggy. Oh, you're back. We're just talking about what our options are again for giving prizes out. And we said that if we did online money prize, like if I put £20 in your PayPal if you win, then people could cheat and they'd want the money, so maybe it'd cause problems. So maybe charity's the best option. Maybe charity's the best option. Right, end of notepad. I'm not saving the changes to that. Don't save that. We'll have one more round because back by popular demand, we'll go again. Roll them bones. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Can we get snake eyes? Because I'm coming and running a roller. Controller. Fat like a motherfucking polar bear. Bear witness. Well, I weren't even there. What is it? Snake eyes. Add snake eyes to the score, thinking more like King Cobra. When strafed by on the mic, you know the show ain't over. It's just begun. And I'm coming and running a roller. Controller. Fat like a motherfucking polar bear. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Pete. Tin Pete. Peanut. Peanut. There's no U. Pete. Yes, it counts. Why is there no U? It needs to be peanut. All my brain can see is peanut. A tent. A tent. A tent. There's not enough vowels. Patent. You want to write that one down and put a patent on that. That was a top bins. Pete, tape. We're rolling with these TAP words, these PAT words. We're rolling with them down here. Well, I suppose we are, aren't we? Because they're the letters they'd give us. Pant. Look at this. Flying through different texts. Crystal clear like Memorex. Yeah, my DJ's got the best. Tumpe. Pent. Look at us. Look what they're stacking in there. Stacking them in. Nape again. Neat. That's pushed us over the line. Well done, Sophie. You got us over the line. Team player got us over the line. Tent. Do you remember when you were a kid and you always wanted to sleep in a tent? Do you remember when you were a kid and you wanted to sleep in a tent in the back garden all the time? Nowadays, I wouldn't consider it. Pain. Like pain. Once I had love and it was a gas. Soon found out. Got smacked on the ass. Etnab. It cheers me up just to say these words as they appear. To repeat. That's back to the start. How can there be another pattern? How can there be another one as long as pattern? Teat. I wouldn't have considered that a real word. Apparently it is. It must go on the end of the sink in the hits. Net. You got in there just in time. Double T-net. I don't know how that works. Double T-net. Never heard of a double T-net. And the other one I hadn't heard of was... oh, it's gone now anyway. But you all got in on that. Look at that. You all got in on that. You're all on the leaderboard now. And I tell you what, no one can take that away from you. It's finished now. Alright, it's finished now. No one can take that away from you. And we're not allowed 3-letter words, I'm afraid, Sophie. The game doesn't let us. I tried myself. Because I'm good at the 3-letter words. I was going to say everyone else can do the longer words. I'll do the little ones, but look at that. I bet you're eager for more. Well, so what? Don't care. It's fine. Don't care. No, fine. No, it's fine. Don't care. I bet you're eager for more, but it's fine. How about 2-letter words? I wish. I'd be involved then. I'd be pumping them out then. I'd be pumping them out. But unfortunately, it only wants the big uns. It's a bit like fishing, isn't it? You only catch the big uns. You put the little ones back. Well, if you're me, you don't have a hook on the rod. Because you're vegan, you just put the rod in the water and sit and chill. That's all I do. Just sit there with nothing on the end. Chilling. Just chill. I'd quite like to go underwater and cut everyone's fishing hooks off and they not know it and they're just sitting there and doing the fishing. If you want more of this, you just have to wait for next week now. You just have to wait for next week. I've noticed it sometimes doesn't accept our words, but it will accept it from another person later. That's probably because you're being Elon Musked on the internet, aren't you? Because we mentioned Elon Musk in a previous broadcast, and we've talked conspiracy theory and all sorts. It's probably the artificial intelligence just holding you down. One more? Please, sir, can I have some more? Go on then, one more. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room, but don't say I didn't give you anything. Socks. Socks, socks. I can see socks. Wait, I'm going to write it. I'm going to get that. It doesn't let you have 3-letter words, but I'm still going to write it because I can see it with my brain. S-O-X. Socks. Like pop socks. It didn't come up. Didn't chuff him all come up. Tout. Trout. Tout. Ticket tout. Come on, you wanted another round and now you've asked for it. Here it is. Where's my big words? Where's my big words? It's see. I wonder if I can have that. I'm gonna go for one. Fist. I like fist. Block it like a fist. Oh, they're what? This is like Christmas now. It's just stars popping off everywhere. There's a fake letter. Oh, there's a fake letter. I forgot to tell you, there's a fake letter. One of these letters is a fake letter. I don't know which letter it is, but one of them's a fake letter. Watch out for the fake letter. It gets harder as it goes on. I want to know if this is a word, but I bet it's not. It might be the X. The X might be the fake. I don't know which one the fake letter is, but it's telling me there's a fake letter, so watch out. I wasn't allowed to see you. Outfits! Right, the X is the fake letter. Because outfits is all the letters apart from X. Well done, Uncontrolled Historian. Well done. X is the fake letter. We're only 4 points away from hitting that goal. We're going to smash that goal. We're going to smash that goal. Just ignore the X. Just ignore the X. The X isn't really there. I keep mentioning it, but you don't want to think... It's like, don't think of an orange penguin. Now, all you can think about is an orange penguin. I've mentioned it now. Fit. Fits. You've had fits. You've done it. Well done, you. I wonder if I can have this quick, because we've only got... Oh, we completed it! We completed it! We haven't got very long time to go, though. I might have another one. I might have one. Quick. Quick! Can I have it? Can I have tots? Ah! I didn't get tots. Jelly tots, though. That's a real word. And tots is one of my names of my albums. If I put in Temptation of the Saints... And I put that in, what is it, Garage Band? Bandcamp. This is what we used to do. I haven't used Bandcamp for years. But we used to make albums and put them up on the internet on Bandcamp. So if you type in Temptation of the Saints, you'll be taken to my album on Bandcamp. My band is called Big Valley. Well, it's just me on my own. So deal with that. What are you going to do about that? Deal with that. And these are my songs. Deal with this. To play us out on today's episode, it's me. Riot come, trading up and taking home a couple of pills, ashes to cover the bills, or turn down my windows pane, never again they say. My slot machine, it's a drum machine. So if you want to find my music, you can find me there on Bandcamp. There's a whole album there. You can get it. You can buy it. You don't have to. I'll upload them all onto the new music channel at some point. But there's that. And I also wrote... that's a whole album. What happened was... I'll tell you the little story all about how my life got flipped turned upside down. Yes, like early Nirvana. Hopefully. That's the vibe I'm going for. It's grunge music. I got a guitar. I literally got a guitar out of the charity shop. You go to the tip. When you go to the tip, at the tip shop, the charity shop at the tip, someone had thrown away an old guitar, and it was actually an electric guitar that's cool, that worked. So I bought that for £10, and I made that album with it. I play everything. The drums are a drum machine, but I have got some live actual drum kits. I sold it now. But I actually had a drum kit. I got that from the tip shop. And so I did play some live drums on some of the tracks, but mainly it was drum machines. And I wrote the whole album. The important thing about this album is, what was happening in my life was my mom was nearly dead. At Christmas, it's just a funny story, this is. Funny story, I'll tell you the story. At Christmas, Genshin Impact playing in the background, please, thank you. We had this one Christmas where Mom nearly died, and she was like, it's Christmas Day, and she was too poorly. She was like, we had Nan round, we had Dad round, because my parents divorced, so Dad was round, Nan was round, Mom's boyfriend was there, my sister was there, I was there, and she couldn't get out of bed to cook the Christmas dinner. And I was like, all right, then fine, I'll cook it. I thought she just had too much to drink the night before, you know what I mean? Just a bit too much to drink the night before. Oh, these chuffing adults, they think they're adults, they can't even sort out Christmas dinner. I'll cook it then, don't worry. And I was in a cross mood, I was cross. And my sister was a bit more with it, and she did my mum's blood pressure, and she didn't like the blood pressure. We were going to open the presents, and Mum was too poorly for the presents. She was like, look, if you're too poorly for Christmas, then you must be poorly. So we did a blood pressure, and she was quite bad. We thought we'd better take her to the hospital because she was quite poorly. So this was before COVID as well. Before the old COVID, we went to the hospital, and she had pneumonia, and they said that she would have died. They had to pump her full of drugs, full of antibiotics, put her on the life support. Seriously, she was in the serious bit of the hospital for a couple of days because her lungs would filled up with this fluid or what have you. So she was in the hospital for about 3 to 6 months. She was in hospital for a good while. She didn't come straight home. And when she did come home, she stayed with her boyfriend for a while. So I was in the house on my own for a while, just after Christmas. It was like January, February. I was on my own, and Mom was in hospital, and I was worried about her, and what a weird thing to have, what a weird thing to be on your own and to be worried about someone and not know what to do with yourself and your time. So I made this album. It's good because I had space and time to make the album. So I did, and it's all me, and it's all my feelings and thoughts, and that's what I was going through at the time. So some of them are older songs that I'd written in the past, but some of them are newer songs, and generally they're about sinking in that sea. I relate it. This image is from. It's from The Deadliest Catch, and I watched everything in that time when I was at home. During that time, don't worry about being sorry. She's not dead now. So during that time, I watched every episode of the Deadliest Catch series, and that made a big difference in my life. And the thing about Deadliest Catch is they go out on the sea and they could die. It's dangerous, and they're just tough and rugged, aren't they? And they just get on with the job. And there's something in that I admire. So I made this. The band Big Valley is named after a boat that sank on Deadliest Catch, and all the people died on the Big Valley, aboard the Big Valley. It's now at the bottom of the sea. And there's something about the sea and death that draws me to. It's all part of the same mix. So I was watching a lot of this. I was thinking about that. This image here that I constructed is it's actually the search for that Big Valley ship. That's the helicopter in the sky, and the lights on the horizon are the actual ship searching for the wreckage of the Big Valley. And I used this bow of this ship, that's the bow of the Big Valley. And I've obviously put it in there, you can see through it, opaque, it's like ghost ship. And that's the real sea that they actually sank in. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So that's there, it's available, it's on the internet. The previous album, Doghouse Junk, is more punk, and after that I started doing individual tracks and then stopped doing them, but I have to come back to it. So you can find more stuff. This is a little EP called Stroke, because I discovered that, because Temptation of the Saints was like a whole album, and I was of the opinion that you write a whole album and make a whole album, you know what I mean, you listen to it from start to finish, all that business. But actually these days it's not like that, is it? Not like that. So now I just relaxed a bit more, just chuff out stuff when I need it. You can find all that kind of music on Battery Exhausted through this channel, Ganji Kid. At the bottom we've got Light Horse, the new music channel. These are new tracks I've been making. I'll play one in just a second to play us out. And if you go to the bottom of this, Then you'll find battery exhausted. And within battery exhausted, I know it's the right chuff. I'm telling you to look at loads of stuff, but there's a playlist here, which will be down here. You've got Strafe MC Hip Hop Grime. That's me MCing. And then you've also got Big Valley, the music there. So I'll play you 2 tracks to finish off. Because people are going to go like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you on about?
All your fears are baseless like glass bottoms. Smash racist faces with glass bottles.
Heckles up, tits out like Brexit. I can't believe they don't get it. Sweet like they're sweet and then we don't want that back. Cut the caramel until their teeth are black. Like sugar for the honey bee don't sting. Good at the candy gloss philosophy, they want me room because I'm sweet like their shanks, like their chocolate dark. Never mind their big Scotty dog don't bark. Sticky toffee budging when that's only for a treat. And when I'm sweet, when I want that sweet, when I want that sweet, when I want that sweet. Sweet when I want that sweet, when I want that sweet, when I want that sugar. Anti-TNT because I'm higher like a Buddha. Give it a gunslinger. They call him stand and deliver. I'm a cowboy and my mic is a revolver. 6 chambers loaded with lyrics. Pull the hammer back and then I fire it in the inner cities. Well, I'm a killer, they can't catch Jack the Ripper. Only an MC, but I sound so sinister. Bump me an H silver like a prisoner.
You bump reggae on your stereo, a sizzler.
You think you're better, but your record is kidding ya. I'm a Don DJ Sterling, I'm gonna slay ya. I play ya out like as if my name was Sega. Made it all the way from Omega back up to Alpha. We'll take counter, move it up the ladder, then fuck it off the board because I'm bored of this caper. Some people say life's all about making paper. Get a printer, I'm like ink, I'm artistic creator. I'm not a lead follower. Hear me raw.
Paper has a way of disappearing
into vapor. Then it's gone, see you later.
Well, I'm devoted to
so there's me rapping.
All your fears.
Like you can go and find that on Battery Exhausted. That's me rapping. I just can't help it. I just can't help it. I just have to chuff this stuff out. Just chuff this stuff out. And then I've got a new track as well. Just recently on Lighthorse. So I'll play that for you. I haven't got a video. I don't like to release tracks without music videos because I feel like I've got the ideas in my brain, do the whole thing. But I had this track for a while and then didn't release any... Where's Stand Over gone? What am I looking for now? I had this track for a while and I didn't manage to put a video together, so here's Stand Over. And thank you very much for being here today. We'll be back next Wednesday for Words on Wednesday. We'll be back every day, 2 PM GMT. Make sure you go and find that film on this channel.
Advertising space, the horizon rising up to crush me. In your eyes I am lost, last century ago. I'm not an angel, can you fix it at least? I'm not creative, you can call the police. Every river ends in the sea. Walk out in front of me. I feel I connect. I'm in up to my neck. Race away to the door. I know I've felt this before. Am I sinking or is the water rising? Celebrating, selling, advertising space. The horizon rising up to crush me. In your eyes I was lost a century ago. I'm not an angel.
Tell you what, I'm not even a singer, am I? I'm not much of a singer. I'd like to work with a good singer. I'd quite like to work with a good singer because I can do all this music bit and then we could make a song, and then they could sing it, and then someone else could produce it. You know, I used to devote all my time to music, but I just don't have the time these days. But it's interesting to see these comments in chat. The best I can do is just churn out a bit of this every now and then and send people the files. It's on Logic Audio. I could send people the files and they could take it and work on it and what have you, you know. I don't really have a great voice, I really don't.
Walk out in front of me. I'm not an angel cat.
But yeah, enough about me and this. Thanks for the things you said in chat. That feels nice to hear. I just have to do this because if I don't write music, it builds up inside me, and I have like mental problems. But I find that writing music and expressing myself allows me to get these things out. And I will admit to this, actually. We were talking about this one, Temptation of the Saints. When I wrote that, I was a little upset sometimes. And sometimes you'll write a song and it will make you cry. Well, for me, writing my emotions, expressing them, I will cry. So one of the problems I have is I don't really want to play live because I'm going to cry. But it helps me to express my emotions and my feelings. And then at the end of it, I've actually got something that's real that I can look back on and say, yeah, I remember feeling that. Got through that. We got through that. I don't know. I haven't got a Dropbox. I've tried it in the past. I'm crap at the internet. But yeah, you know, in the future, let's not worry about it right now. Let's not. I've got 1,000,001 things on my list of things to do. We're trying to build a stream, but music is always in the background, and it always will be. So, you know, maybe one day something will come for it. I'm glad I got to introduce you to it. You can find it through those avenues I've just shown you. That channel, our new channel, is called Lighthorse for that music. And I've been doing some weird shit like lounge goth as well. So, yeah, best way to channel a busy mind is create. Exactly, these things just come out, don't they? They just come out. So thanks very much for the kind words. I'll try and produce some more, and I'll try and share it more. I'll put it on the list. At the moment, I'm trying to build this stream, get in a routine, get my life back on track. We've had that horrible COVID. Get my life back on track, and you're part of this. You know, you're a big part of this. This doesn't do itself, does it? You're here being part of it, and I'm really grateful for that. You know, I'm really grateful for that. So, yeah. You be good, my little puckos. Thank you for your positive comments. Thank you for that. You be good, my little puckos. Have a good day. That's the main thing. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. We have to look at it. We have to face it. We have to deal with it. But we don't always have to deal with it all at once, all on top. And things like this can hopefully give us... do I have your number? Do I have your number? I don't know if I do have your number. Maybe I do. Maybe you sent it to me in an email or something. I don't read my emails on a weekly basis. I read them monthly. So, yeah, just what I wanted to finish on, make it really clear, is that, look, we're having a positive... This is positive, isn't it? We're having a positive effect on each other. So now it's important as well that we have a positive effect on the world. And I want to fight the world sometimes. I want to tear it down and burn it down. But really, building it up together is the way forward, isn't it? Building it up together. From Dr. Howe's Lounge. Since I had a meltdown with a dog and a sheep gate, your challenges help me. Yeah, so hopefully we are helping. Hopefully we are helping. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I can't turn on the news today. I've looked at that stuff on the news and it distressed me. It did. So yeah, you be good, my little puckos. I'm now going to get off and do a little bit more work. I don't just go off and mess about. I walk my little dog in and I come back on the computer and try and do some editing. I might be on later on Twitch playing Genshin Impact. I might be on later playing Genshin Impact. That's another thing that I find a joy. And yeah, I hope you can take some joy out of life. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. GMT. You have a good day. You be good, my little puckos. And if you can't be good, you're naughty.